platform. Visibility is everything. If you're not there, nobody sees you. And you'll see that posted on social media. I have the information. Thank you so much for sending it to me. I love my content. When people interview you, you always want to ask for that content.
And I gave
because
every the content.
You did. Good job. I had an awesome interview. I can't wait to post it. Yeah, so God is good. And I just wanted y'all to know that he is definitely a person you want to connect with and get visibility on his platform. That's my story. And thank you so much for connecting with me. And I'm going to go on in. I'm going to say this last thing. I am that person. I'm a giver. We're either givers or takers. We got them all. But when he interviewed me and doing researching me, and he came to me, I didn't have him on this program, y'all. But we need each other. All of us need each other. He didn't have to ask me for anything. Common sense told me this is a good connection. So if he saw faith enough in me to interview me, I have a platform too. Can I put you on this event to be one of our 7-minute speakers? One hand has got to wash the other one. Otherwise, it's not going to work. We cannot always have our hand closed looking for free, because when your time comes to sell something, it ain't happening. So all I'm saying is we have to be there for one another. And if somebody's giving you and find favor with you, give value back to them. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Over you, Mario.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Curtis, did you find that? Can you put your information again, please? That'd be great.
All I did.
Thank you so much. All right, fantastic. Thank you. Right. Our next speaker, becoming your own authority. Carol Pickington, are you here? Come on down.
Thank you.
Come on down. Woo, woo,
Hi, everyone.
Woo. Come on. Give us some energy.
Yes, my name is Carol Pilkington. Consider that 3 words. Pill, King, Ton. Thank you so much, Margaret. I appreciate it. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you so much, Patricia, for always including me. I love you to death. So becoming your own authority, taking responsibility for creating your own world. And what does that mean? When I was a little girl, I was left in the store and they had to run out to the car and get my family because they left me behind. So that is a fact of something that happened, right? But then I interpreted that and created the story around that they did not think that I mattered enough for them to remember that they had left me behind. And so that created all kinds of abandonment issues and stories. So there's what happened, and then there's the story that I created around it. And this is what we do in our lives. We absorb all of these events that happen to us. And then we create the stories about ourselves around that. So for instance, no matter how traumatic an event occurs in our life, whether we have been subject to abuse, we allow those things to define who we are. And that's something that we can't control when we are children. But then we become adults. And so there's the considerations of the child and the considerations of the adult. And we can begin to separate out the stories that we tell about ourselves believe about ourselves as a result of the things that happen to us in our lives. And when we can begin to have those kind of awarenesses, we begin to take that path of self-creation. That means that we are so incredibly powerful that we get to create our own story, our own life, and how we want our path to be moving forward. Oftentimes we go through life, a long period of time in our life, where we're blaming others for what happened. Or we want to take the victim road because we want to, it's more comfortable to believe the negative and stay in that drama of life than to take responsibility for our feelings or emotions and what manifests as a result of what we believe about ourselves. But when we can, tear that down, we can begin to create our own story from our true and authentic core of who we are. I also had an experience when I was a child that I had a spiritual download, if you will, that I am love. Now juxtapose that experience to all the things that I was seeing in the world and what I perceived about myself to that point. I couldn't make any sense of it. How am I this being of love? And yet I experience something that informs me that I don't matter, that my existence does not matter. As I became an adult, that experience stayed with me, and I found someone that was able to take me on a journey of understanding that deep experience that I had, so that I could actually live from that place of love, that I do matter, you matter, we all matter. And the fact that we exist tells us that we matter. It's a function of physics. We matter simply because we exist. And when we begin to take responsibility for that, oh my goodness, life changes. And as I said before, we are so incredibly powerful. And I put creativity and power as synonymous forces. So we are forces of nature. And we can be and do all that we can possibly imagine for ourselves. And it's important that we take responsibility for that. Because that old cliche of the world is our oyster, well, it truly is. So create, and know that you are spirit, God, whatever you want to call that with a capital T. You are that. It is you. And that means we are all of creation. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Come on.
Woo, 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 woo.
Whoa, come on, more energy. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Wow, that was
Awesome.
powerful. Awesome. Come on. That
Yeah.
was powerful. Thank
Yes,
you.
it was.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Awesome.
Thank you. Our next speaker her topic is unveiling the endless treasure. Dr. Angela Williams, please come on up. Woo, come on.
Woo!
Let's welcome. Woo, come on.
Woo!
Greetings, everyone. Greetings, everyone. My name is Dr. Angela Basden Williams. I inspire through writing, motivate, and financially educate. Her story was wonderful and it's somewhat similar, but not quite similar to mine. My title is Unveiling the Endless Treasure Within. Imagine for a moment that each of us is a unique, grand tapestry, beautiful, woven with divine purpose and by the hands of our Lord and Creator. We are not just here by chance, we are here by design, carrying within us wealth of treasures that are being discovered, activated, and shared with the world. Divine craftsmanship. From the very beginning, before the foundation of the world, we were fearfully and wonderfully made. We are beautiful. God took his time with us. In Genesis 1:26 and 27 mentions dominion, power, and authority. My message today reminds me of the timeless truth. We are each chosen vessels, handpicked by the divine architect to manifest his glory in the world. You are amazing. This divine selection is not random. It's intentional, bestowing upon us an inheritance of immeasurable worth. You are worthy. As a believer, we are blessed with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly realms and within God's treasure chest. There is no scarcity, only abundance waiting to be unearthed. We are what we think. The potential within. Psalms 1 and 3, and I love this. It says, likens us to trees planted by the rivers of water, poised to bear fruit in due season, and everything that we touch shall prosper. The imaginary isn't just poetic. It speaks to the potential within each of us to flourish, to thrive, and fulfill our destiny and purpose. With unwavering faith, trust, and divine providence, we are assured that whatever we do shall prosper. Having been guided by the loving hand of my Creator and Father, as a mother, a wife, a retired correctional lieutenant, a best-selling author, a financial campaigner, having a doctorate in education, and a speaker. Who would have known? I do not look like what I've been through. Surrender and transformation. The journey to unlocking these boundless treasures begins with a surrender. We must surrender ourselves to the transformative powers of Christ by yielding our hearts entirely to him. We enter into an intimate relationship that transcends the temporal confines of this world. It's in the sacred communion with Jesus that our true identity is revealed and we begin to discover the fullness of our potential as sons and daughters of the Most High. I love the Bible. If you have a problem, the Bible will solve it. God was the best storyteller. Jesus was. Living with purpose and resilience. We were fearfully and wonderfully made. Central to my communication is the call of to remain powerful, optimistic, unmovable, and steadfast in my pursuit of open doors and opportunities. This is an opportunity today, everyone, to be on this platform, entrepreneurs living the dream. I'm going to repeat that. Entrepreneurs living the dream. Through the lens of faith, challenges become catalysts for growth, and obstacles are transformed into stepping stones toward our divine destiny. We are still here with Jesus as our guide. We can navigate the terrain of life with unwavering confidence, knowing that his plans for us are good, filled with hope and a future. The journey to awaken the endless treasures within us is not just a path. It's a self-discovery. It's a journey. It's a testament to the boundless grace, and unfailing love of our Heavenly Father. As we embrace our divine heritage and walk in the fullness of our identity, may we impact the world with the radiance of God's glory. For in him we live, move, and have a being, forever enfolded in the embrace of his endless love. Don't give up. Stay encouraged. Remember, we are masterpiece of God's creation, woven together and destined for greatness. Let us go forth as vessels of light and love, radiating the essence of our divine nature to a world in need. This is a synopsis derived from my newest book, From Abandonment to Empowerment. It's about a young girl journey that changed the negative situation of abandonment, hurt, and pain into a positive outcome. Our problems don't define us, but they refine us for endless opportunities. And my book is on Amazon. You know, abandonment is very stressful situation. Very stressful, and you feel like no one's there for you. And you walk in this journey alone. But I just want to tell you, stay faithful. Get that intimate relationship with the Lord, and he will direct your path. Thank you for letting me share. Thank you.
Woo,
Oh, come
that's
on,
three.
come on, come on.
Woo,
Wow.
woo,
Woo, woo, that is
woo.
powerful.
Boy, y'all setting it on fire today. Woo, woo. Good gracious
Definitely.
life.
Thank you. Dr. Rogers, you want to say quick
Oh.
words?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I would love to take the platform just for a few minutes to acknowledge all of our supporters and our promoters. And I meant to do it earlier, so thank you for giving me this opportunity, Margaret. I would like to acknowledge Jasmine Ofori for being a promoter. I saw Tasama on here. Tasama. She was on here. We all work together, and they have helped us to push this event entirely. And we have agreed. We have an agreement. But I want y'all to know, in spite of our little agreement, what we do is never enough. God sends other people because he see what the vision is, and he said, you're going to need some more help. Y'all doing good, but let me see you some more folks. Not only that, he sends us people to connect with, because we in turn return those favors. Basically, people need people. I definitely want to acknowledge L'Oreal. And let me say this about Jasmine. Jasmine gave me that night about 6 or 7. We did an audio event on LinkedIn, and the people that attended, it was just a few of them, so I gave them complimentary tickets. When it was over, Jasmine sent me every last one of their emails in the chat, because Jasmine is global. She has a network, so I can't reach her network, and she does a good job reaching her network, and I got to reach mine. And when we all do that, because everybody got a network, that's when it all comes together. And then I want to say something to Laura Lee. Laura Lee, I want your people on the platform to raise their hands. She has a group of ladies. She's a nonprofit, and she's training these ladies on her own time. So Laura Lee, wave your hand, please. Laura Lee, wave your hand in the air like you just don't care, so people can know who you are. Wave your hand, Laura Lee. Yes. And so Laura Lee has a group of ladies that work for her, and they are here on the platform. If they could raise their hand, I can't even imagine. Ann is one of them. Euphemia. It's a few of them. So, and I want to say thank you, Ann, because when Laura sent you to me, it was at a time that I needed you most, because the person I had working for me, he wasn't showing up, he wasn't responding. And ladies and gentlemen, when you need somebody to do some work, I'm telling you, you want people who are going to show up and be responsible. It's no different from working for corporate America when you're working for people and they're paying you. So what one won't do, another one will. And then I want to recognize Margaret. From day one, when me and Margaret met, we've been joined at the hip ever since. We fight like sisters, and we love each other and keep moving. We jump right on the bandwagon. And it's a beautiful thing when you can connect with a person to that degree, and you never even met them in person, that you can just be you, that you can just be yourself. And I want to thank her, because she's another one. When she gets in there, when she sees us posting stuff about unity and service, she's on the bandwagon. We see her posting things about the men who are single parents that she wants to interview and her book and all. We know what to do. We just jump right in there and support one another. And that's what it's all about. So I want to say thank you too for being the co-host today. You're doing an awesome job. Also, I want to say thank you to Will Roosevelt. I call him by his last name because we used to work together. But Roosevelt got his own team. And guess what, Angela? Dr. Angela, that came from Miami-Dade Corrections. I don't see him on the platform. He sold at least 10 tickets. That means he's just getting started. My network is not his network. I did that since 2016. I haven't been inviting them, or I got Angela came from the department. There are some of them that have come to my events and spoken, but the bottom, even when I had the live events. But guess what? Will is speaking, so Will has another sector in that network that he has been invited. So everybody has a network, and when we look at it like that and not be selfish with our time, we see people sharing. Don't just like and keep running. Make a comment. Do something. But like is good. But I'm just saying it depends on what you're pushing. But if you're pushing a content and you want us to push your content, we can't just check like when we're actually pushing, because it's like does not get the reach that the comments do. The algorithm does not recognize it as much. But we appreciate everything that you all do. Richard, he shows up all the time. He supports. Thank you, Richard. From day one, I met him on the line and at one of his events, and we've been doing at the hip too. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I just wanted to acknowledge some of you who have been with me for a while. And I've got to call out this one lady. She just showed up on the platform. Miss Susie Pruden. Y'all wave your hand in the air like you just don't freaking care. This is a woman of wisdom. Met her in WPN. Susie, can you please say hi to everybody? Say a little something, Susie. I got to give you that. This is one of my what you call mentors. And she writes books. And go ahead. I'm in one of them books. I got to finish my book. But Susie, can you please introduce yourself? Is she on mute? I know I saw her on the platform.
I think she's having a problem unmuting herself. Susie, unmute
yourself and introduce yourself, Susie. I don't even know if she hear me. Susie Pruden.
She's here.
I see her. Susie Pruden. Susie Pruden. She's another regular person that speaks quite often at our events. Susie Pruden. And I went on a cruise with her last year with the marketing cruise. I was on her team. I don't think she hears me. Susie Pruden. Okay, at any rate, we're going to keep it moving. And I just wanted to acknowledge some of you. There's Tom Gay. Tom Gay, come on up and introduce yourself. That's another one of my mentors. And my checks go in the bank too, whatever I do, because I love posting this chat grid. You'll be amazed at the people that have invested.
Hey, Dr. Pat, good to be with you.
Thank you.
It's just
introduce yourself.
Well,
I've already done the presentation. Introduce yourself.
Well, thank you. I'm the co-founder of, no, I am the founder, no longer co-founder of ChatBridge Connect and EngagePro.com. And I'm just thrilled to be a part of Dr. Pat's community. We focus on helping people get results from going to virtual networking meetings. And you've seen ChatBridge already. It's amazing. It's gone global in the year and a half since we introduced it. And it's all about saving the chat and then turning your virtual networking into results. The number one problem people have in going to networking is following up. All the business is done in the follow-up. And as you saw, it's now easy. So I just feel so privileged to be in your community, Dr. Pat, and being here with these great people. And many of you are already users of ChatBridge. I want to give you a shout out and thank you for supporting us like you do. And we're here to serve. So anything I can do to serve you, Dr. Pat, you let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much for showing up. And I wanted to hear from Lori Lee. Please quickly identify yourself. She said she had the sign turned down. Okay. And then Susie, we're going to hear from Susie. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to acknowledge those people who have helped bring you up. Laura Lee, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Lorelei Molinari, and I live near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And out of a medical crisis, I formed a mental health charity that is global, and we help people via Zoom. And these lovely ladies that I brought with me are volunteer admins.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. And I'm going to call on Jean. I'm going way over already, but it's all good. Jean, I met Jean at a conference I went to, Be the Best You, in Kansas City. And the person that invited me to that conference put me in the room with her. And we bonded that weekend. We had a blast. We just followed each other around, sat by each other. It was just an automatic magnetic connection. And then I had to speak on a platform right after I came from Kansas. And it was 3 of those individuals that I met in Kansas at that conference that came to that event just to hear me speak. So, and she was one of them. And I want to just have her say something. And here she is today, and she will also be speaking at our December 6th event. Go ahead, Jean. Introduce yourself.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here on the platform. I take it an honor to be here with all of you. The stories that I've heard, oh my goodness, you heard me just a minute ago say, I am a dreamer. And I know that as you discover your value and you discover what you're capable of, there's no stopping you. So go, go, go and impact those people that are on your list from above to impact today. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, and you all go.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Lawana. Could you please say a brief words? 30 seconds. Give it to us, sis. You don't think I'm overlook you, do you? Yeah, you in the hot seat. Come on and introduce yourself. Long time, this was a client, and now we partners, and we just having a ball. And now she got me in Toastmasters, 9 o'clock at night. But I'm loving it. Beautiful set of people.
Thank you, Dr. Rogers. Dr. Rogers has dubbed me with a couple of titles, but I am an author, blogger, a coach, inspirational speaker, and I do host events as well. My business is Courage to Live Your Dreams, and I work with women who aspire to transform their lives through writing, creating a legacy, and personal development.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I need Jerry to come to the platform briefly. Jerry, say something for me right quick. Jerry, the thing behind Jerry was I was attending a networking event with me and Richard. We had set up and people was coming, and Jerry was one of them from Toastmasters. This is how networking works. He met me in Toastmasters. I joined that, and then he was following me to other networking events, and now he's here today. And Jerry, the reason I have to acknowledge him is because I did a training in that networking group that day about LinkedIn, and he learned some things that he did not know. And when he finished, he was so happy that I gave him that information. He says, I'm going to buy a ticket to your event. I said, okay, there's the link. I dropped the link in the chat. And he said, wait a minute. He said, I'm trying to get 2. How can I get 2? I have to acknowledge him for that, because that when you get people like that understand your value, that's a bonus, because a lot of us on this platform that teach, we don't always get what we desire, what we're worth, but it's not, but somebody's watching you. So just do what I do, and then I just leave the results up to God, because so many rewards come from so many other people. And one of my coaches told me that when it came down to speaking one time, she said, sometimes you just got to go speak for free. You just got to give it up for free. Even in my accepting people, sometimes it's complimentary tickets. Sometimes you just got to give stuff away, because you want the people to understand that they are valuable, and that's what they just got through saying on the platform. So that's my story, and I just wanted to share that. So Jerry, just say hello, please.
Well, thank you. It was very worth it for me to buy a ticket and to offer another ticket to anybody that would like it. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And you did a great job. And we did give that ticket to someone. Thank you very much. And not only that, Jerry don't know this yet, but because Jerry did that for me, he don't even know this yet. He's already on our banner to speak for December the 6th. And I meant to share it last night in Toastmasters, but we didn't get to that. But yes, One hand, again, has to watch the other one. He's a distinguished Toastmaster, been in Toastmasters for 40 years, 30 or 40 years. And again, he will be speaking for us on December the 6th. And again, like I said, people need people. And that's all we can do is show our love for one another and be there for each other. And with that, I think Susie, are you ready now? Susie, are you ready now? Please come off mute. Okay, I don't think she's ready. I think I covered everybody. Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and turn it back over to Margaret. And if I left anybody out, I just want y'all to know I see you. I love you, Kimia, all y'all, Debbie, Utterman. Oh my God, don't give me calling names. I met Sonia when I was doing live events, and we met in live event, Women's Prosperity Network, and we connect. That's been years ago, before the pandemic. And somehow we connected on Instagram, Facebook, somewhere, I don't know. And that's when I told her about the event, and she says, I'm coming. This is so awesome. I could go on and on and on and on. I want everybody that's here from Facebook to put Facebook in the chat if you saw this event in Facebook. Wherever you found this, I forgot, I got to do my statistics. If you found it on Facebook, put Facebook. If you saw the promotion on Facebook. If you saw the promotion on LinkedIn, put LinkedIn. If you saw the promotion on TikTok, put TikTok in the chat. If you saw the promotion on Instagram, put Instagram in the chat. If Dr. Rogers hemmed you up in a corner and got ready to choke you at the neck to make you come to this event, put choked out in the chat. I'm just kidding. Okay, but it was a personal invitation. Could have been Facebook Messenger. And of course, I did a radio announcement last week, and I don't know. I only did. She ran it on a few stations. I know I heard one of them, but she's on so many stations. But I just want to know if anybody heard that announcement, maybe on that station, then just put radio in the chat. That's my story. And again, I want to say thank you to all of you, Mark Blocker, Sanya, Peace, Kimya, Asu Martin. Thank you for coming. And as well as Janet Monroe. How you doing, Monroe? How you doing? Beverly Howard, thank you for coming. You finally made it. I'm good. I love you, girl. Yolanda Santana and Kulisi. I network with her once a month. Wonderful woman of God. And then we have Patricia Juba, speaker, Grace, speaker, Cheyenne. I'm trying to catch those people not speaker. Cheyenne, wave your hand in the air like you don't care. And then we have, I think I pretty much covered everybody. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, Betty Stevens, how you doing? Betty Stevens, I see you. I see you trying to come in. Just wave your hand, honey, in the air like you just don't freaking care. And Christine Bailey, I know Christine was on my platform yesterday trying to get her banner up and whatever she was doing, but that's all good. I'm so glad you made it, sis, because I saw you trying to get in and struggling, but that was when I played the recording. I can see who comes on my platform. And then sometimes when I miss an appointment, it helps me out because I'm like, oh, shoot, I missed that appointment. I got to call them. So God is good all the time. And if I missed anybody, it was not intentionally. Letitia. We still waiting to hear you speak. How about that? Yeah, we're going to have speaking opportunities in January. We'll probably have 4 or 5, and that's about it because it will be a workshop. And if you're interested in speaking, and just you feel free to reach out to us. And that's all I have. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Margaret.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rogers. Right. Come on. Let's pump up some energies here. Come on. Woo! Woo! Come on. We need some energy. Fantastic. Awesome. Brilliant. All right. We've got our next speaker. Her topic is preparation is the key to long life. Woo. Ivan, Warren, please come on down. Ivan, come on. Let's encourage.
Woo, 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 woo. Hello, all of you. And I always thank you so much, Miss Patricia. We always learn, plus enjoy while we're learning. And it's always something new. So thank you so much for the opportunity and for all of you for all the contributions that you do. And preparation is the key for a long life. The points that I'm making right now, first and foremost, I would say it is the connection to our source, to our God, okay? Because I think that's the first preparation that we do, because that's from the Spirit that covers in the whole. And in that, I recognize the human, Miss Patricia, but I do know that the source of the opportunities and everything else good is God. So that is my first preparation, okay? I'm a believer, so that I'm just sharing what I know and I'm learning. Second, in the preparation, we say health. I do health insurance. I know it's important to find your doctors, to see your doctor, to take your medications, to do all those appointments that better your life. The decisions of eating healthy, moving around. It was so nice. Last weekend, I celebrate. My son celebrate his birthday, and he wanted to go kayaking. I was like, kayaking, huh? It's not my thing, but let's do it. Okay, having that preparation of enjoying time to, leave enough time free so we can to enjoy with the family. But while I was there, I saw a very nice thing on the beach, that it was a great-grandmother. It was the grandmother. It was the child, and I could see the grandkids, so that was like 4 generations in one moment. And from my inside was like God telling me, hey, if you want to see that in your life, take care of yourself, and that is what I started to think, oh, must hit better. Let's move together. Plus create our relationships so we can to maintain not just to the long life, but the relationships that are gonna keep us company for that life. So as important as it is to take care of the body, we have to take care of our heart also. If we're having anything going just because we did something to somebody or somebody did something to us, we must heal that. We must forgive. And the best part is that in the process of you thinking that you have to forgive the other person, we find out how much we had done, that we need to ask for forgiveness also. And that's the beautiful thing. So that is a preparation for clearing all of that, because once we prepare and we can become better in all the aspects of our life, that's going to give a long life, because it's less stress, less things that we carry in ourselves, in our mind, in our soul. So it's going to be a lighter life. And in that aspect, what we do in that changes, not just our life changes, but the people that seeing those changes, also we give them the opportunity that those things are possible. Things also prepare for the physical things also. If you have properties, if you have savings, whatever that may be, if you want that to give to a specific person, have that in a document. Be sure that that preparation you do, you sit down and you analyze, okay, this person has done a service to me, or I feel that this person needed. So we put that on paper. We don't leave it that at the end, because that will bring things to the family that we don't want the family to be involved. So many discussions and things. Most important too, while we are alive, to have that document that's saying what are the things that we want to be done physically while we are alive. Do we want to be putting machines? Don't put in machines? Why? First, it's going to be your choice. Second, we don't put that stress on our family members to decide at that moment what was the thoughts, what we thought, what we wanted, because we could have changed our mind of something that we spoke 20 years ago, and now maybe you want to pursue something, and now you want all those things to happen. So just be mindful of preparing all that, and if something happens and changes in your mind, go back to those papers and make those changes, because we never know when or what is going to happen. And then we go to the other part, life insurance. No, same as health insurance. No one plan covers everything. same as life insurance. No, one life insurance would be good for everybody. So everything has to be according to your situation, your budget, your family. Because remember, everything starts with you. And after you're taking care of yourself, you can take care of others. So if you want to spend a lot on that, and then you will not, like, okay, like I always say, you want to live to $1 million, but what that is not in your budget? 50,000, 5,000, any amount that you're able to prepare and leave to your family, that would be well worth it for them at that moment, that they will know that you had that plan, that you were thinking, not just now, but in the moment of. So having all of those things on writing, like I always say, buy yourself a pretty book, Ross or $5, or Burlington, anything that is pretty, anything that give you that connection that you want to write, that you want to be something nice, just write down there. Write down also what you want to do. Take care of your goals like you are alive right now. You can to be 10 more years, and they go to say 10 years, but 10 years is a long time. We have to plan our vacations so we can to enjoy while we are alive. We have to plan all those things that we enjoy also, like if you like painting, like Miss Wanda, journaling, that's so healing, like give us time to do things that we enjoy, because life is to live it. And I appreciate this opportunity for it's just a little things that all together make the big package that create peace of mind. And having peace of mind take away a lot of stress in your life, and that give you longer days. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Come on, some energy in the room. Wow, thank you so much. Please don't forget to put your contact detail on the chat. Thank you so much.
Anybody
Right.
she has time left. She may have some questions. Anyone have any questions?
Yes, that's what I say. Any questions? And just to okay, so
I like to say that she has helped me tremendously when I was turning that ripe old age where I can start getting Medicare. I had no clue. I don't like doing a lot of paperwork. And I can certainly say that I don't remember how or where we met, but I'm sure it was networking something. And I reached out to her. And that was back in oh my God, that was back before the pandemic. And she's been servicing me ever since, because y'all know who are on Medicare. Y'all know you get all these papers in the mail from all these different groups that want you to tell you what they got. And I tell her what I need and what I need for that year, whatever. And she takes over from there and she'll do the research. And I say, Lord, I thank you. So that's just my testimony for one part, not to mention that she's also partnered with me in the Legal Shield plan. So she knows how valuable that supports her business as well. It's just amazing how things come together when you meet some people. So thank you so much, Yvonne, for being a part of it.
Just 1 minute. And sorry, thank you so much, Ms. Patricia, that we have time. I'm just going to remind you, friendly reminder that from October 15 that just started to December 7 is where you're going to have time to see what is your plan right now for Medicare, see what benefits you need, your doctor, because things are changing. And for under 65, that would be November 1st to January 15th. So this is the time that you make a list of all the doctors, specialists, hospital, God forbid, has to go there for something that is scheduled, because in case of an emergency, the nearest hospital is always in your network. And medications that you want to be sure that the plan for next year will be in the plan that you're going to be. Plus other things that is good to always have is to have that review. Even if you want to stay in the same plan, just review is something better, or what is the changes that is going to happen for the next plan. And it's coming in your mail right now, those changes for what was in 2024 and what's going to be on 2025, your plan. So just do the review and you can give us a call to see if any questions.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
So thank you. You still got some more time. Anybody got some questions? Because Ivan just mentioned some changes that are coming through for 2025. This is your time to ask the questions. No.
They can give me a call because all that is very personal. And I know usually when I have that phone call, I always say, are you alone? Is anybody listening? Because I do ask a lot of personal questions because everything is personal, is what is needed at that moment that you need, because something else can to be changing for next year. You know, it's like I always say, is what happening right now, what is to 2 years from now, it could be something different. So that's what we always do the review. What is happening now? What is needed now? Okay. And because of the crisis and the coverage, how it's happening, literally, I will say, quote yourself, know the plans that you're able to get, but at least give yourself the quoting. Know what you have to pay or not, and then make the decision. Don't think if it's too expensive, because that closes the doors for treatment if you don't have the insurance, or if you have the wrong one, they may don't get that full coverage. And it's very simple. Quoting don't take that much time. And you can do any questions you have, we can take the time to answer those.
Awesome. Awesome. Woo, woo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ivan. Please put your information on the chat again. All right, please do. Thank you. Okay. All right. All right. Come on. Come on. I know we've been seeing. Let's shake up. Shake up. Dr. Rogers, haven't you got some music? Come on. Come on.
I got no music. I got no music. I don't want to mess up my technology. We got wait. We got I'm going to gallery view. Okay, so this is the deal. We still early. Can y'all hang in and we take a break? Let me do my camera training. And then I want to hear Mr. Williams is next. Our next speaker did not show up today, and we can take a break. How many of y'all can hold on with me till we get to that break part? So it's be two more presentations, and then we're going to take a break. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Margaret. Go ahead. Thanks. I just wanted to share that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you, Ivan. That was amazing information. Right, our next speaker is, now we all know about Canva. We need to learn about marketing. And definitely I'm going to pay a lot of attention to this. So it's introduction to Canva. Let's welcome Dr. Patricia Rogers. Have you all got your notepad? Thank you. So come on, energy.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to just go over a little bit of Canva. And what I'm going to cover in Canva is just something simple to save you money. And that is going to be, I'm going to just show you how to briefly, how many of y'all want to know how to make first of all, how many of y'all use Canva? Wave your hand. How many of y'all have not used Canva and you want to know how to use Canva? You heard about it. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do a quick virtual background. Would that be okay? Would that be okay? Because virtual background speaks for you when you're on these platforms. When I'm on platforms outside of this one, I always have my phone number, logo, all that stuff on it, and my website for sure. Because when people, just to let you know, people are checking your website when you're talking or when you're doing whatever, they're checking you out. So this is why I'm very adamant about using virtual backgrounds, because it protects the platform, and most importantly, it makes me look professional. And Zoom put these features on these platforms for a reason. So if I learn how to use them, then it gives me a greater impact when I show up on these platforms. So with that, and then I have my little partner. Where's she at? Ann, are you still here? Where's Ann? Don't tell me Ann dipped on me. Did Ann leave? Ann. Oh my goodness. Oh. Laura Lee,
She's still here.
Still here.
Where
I'm
is
still
she?
here.
Where are
I'm
you,
here.
sweetheart? I don't see you. Oh, you was there all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm looking all over up top, whatever. Okay, I'm glad I was about to pass out. No, I'm just kidding. And before I do that presentation, I just want to say hello to a person by the name of I don't know who you are. Love, health, happiness, prosper. Could you please say hello to everybody? I don't want to leave anybody out. Love, health, happiness, and prosper. Okay, I just wanted her to say hello. I saw her down there earlier. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do my presentation. Okay. Okay, can y'all see my screen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm using my daughter's account. She has a clean account, kind of new. Mine got so much stuff in it. But at any rate, I'm going to do the best here, right here. I want to go here. I'm going to show you how to do a virtual background. And the first thing you want to do is get a Canva account. I don't know if Canva is still free now or not. I don't even know. But y'all, it's normally free. Okay, so a free account, and that's all you need to do the simple stuff. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to my home page here. I am going to create a design. And anytime that you create a virtual background, you can use the presentation on Canva. Canva gives you all these layouts. You don't even have to figure stuff out. All you got to do is know how to read and take the time to do that. It's a presentation, which is a 16 by 9, and it's 16:9, but I call it a 1920 by 1080. That's the virtual background size. That also is the size that I use when I want to create my own affirmations on Canva. I can hear a nice affirmation. I can say something that I thought was extraordinary. I make an affirmation out of it. You know, so I pull affirmations or whatever, but I use this size to create those myself. Okay, so I'm just going to click here. And anytime you need any sizes, you can customize, but I'm gonna stick to the script because I'll be all over the place. Okay, so at any rate, so in this case, I'm gonna make a virtual background. Somebody tell me what color. Come on, mute. Tell me what color you want me to use as a background. What's your brand color? Somebody give me a brand color.
Blue.
Blue and green.
Purple. Purple. Blue. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Blue and
gonna
green.
start with purple. Okay, I heard that first. I'm gonna start with purple. So the first thing I'm gonna do right here where it says element. I want y'all to get that. Element is where you find a lot of your stuff that you need, designs and all that. But right now on elements, I want to create a purple background. So I'm gonna put in here purple background. Simple as that. And there it is. And then it says all. I always click all. Why? Come on, somebody's on mute. Please put yourselves on mute, please, if you're not talking. Please, somebody put yourself on mute. Please. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then I'm going to go, that clicking all takes me all the way down. That's what I was telling y'all about distractions. When we try to get some knowledge, that's just how it happens. We get distracted. So, okay, so down here, I'm looking for a background and I want to maybe have fun using. And this is where I'm going to use this one. I like this one right here personally, but you pick out whatever you like. So I'm going to use this one right here to make a quick virtual background. And this is, this one is going to be for me personally, basically for your business. Okay. So now I've gotten that done. Now what I want to do is I'm going to grab a photo. And in order to put my photo on here, I use photos. You don't have to put photos on here, but I do. I'm just going to show you what I do. I'm going to go to frames because I want to put it in a frame. Click all because it gives me the whole select. I always just click all. Give you more to choose from.
Please, could you mute yourself?
Okay, so picture frames. Thank you, sweetheart. This is one that I use often. Let's see if I can pull the other one up.
Oh, sure.
You can use a lot of them, but there's a couple of them I use quite often. Anyway, I'm gonna start with this one. This is one I use quite often. If you notice, it has a frame around the background. So what I want to do, because it's purple, I'm gonna go with white. I'm gonna change that to white. You can change it to whatever color you like, but I'm gonna change it to white. Then I have that in there, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a photo. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna grab a photo. I'm gonna grab my photo. If you notice, it's gonna take me to my folders. Y'all see that? My folders over here with my pictures in it. So wherever you keep your pictures, you're going to go grab whatever picture you want to use, and you're going to drag it in the camera, and it stays in the camera till you decide to move it. And I'm just going to grab a few of these people who are in my event. I'm just going to grab a few pictures just for the sake of training purposes. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull them right into Canva. And I'm going to go ahead and pull my logo into Canva as well. I'm going to pull my logo into Canva as well. And I always talk a lot about knowing where being organized. Because if you don't know where your stuff is, honey, it's just like a pair of shoes. We don't know where we put the shoes at because we didn't put them in the right closet. So now I have my logo here. I can just throw that on here anywhere I choose to. I have my photo here, and I got my photo here. I wanted to show y'all how to take the background out of the photo. But anyway, so that is that. Let me grab a picture that don't have a background, has the background. Y'all need to see that. Let's see, we'll pick one. Most of these pictures I've already taken the background out. I'm just gonna use one of these. I'm gonna use one of these just to show you what I'm talking about. Give me a minute. Okay, I'll use this one. I'm gonna use my Omni picture. Do I want to use that? I don't even know if I can take the background out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna use this picture because I just want to show you two things. You can do it. That one has already been transparent. What I want to show you on here is that Canva transparents all this stuff for you. Okay, so let's just say I want to make this, I want to make a picture for that. I can copy that, of course, make another frame, paste, copy and paste, duplicate that frame. This stuff is so easy, it's pathetic. It's so easy, it's pathetic. And then this picture, let's say I want to move this. If I want to take this picture out and use this frame, I'm going to hit delete, and that just moves the picture. I don't want to move the whole frame. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this picture in here because I want, now see how my head's cut off? So all I have to do is move this up, arrange this, and move it up till it get it to fall in there how I want it to fall in there. And then I want to get that background out because I do not like all those backgrounds. I want to make it clean. And then I'm going to click BG remover, and it moved that background just like that. Now I want to change that background to a white background. So I'm going to use the color code right here, the one that has all the colors, because this white rim is for this. And then I want to make this. So I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, and I'm going to click that, and it's going to make that white for me. Okay, and so now I'm going to go ahead, and I just want to show you how to make it transparent. And then I'm going to give it some text. So I'm just going to click on this. I can use any kind of heading for text. You can pick text from all over the place, but I'm just going to go ahead and create my own little text because I have my own little fonts I like to use. But you just have to play around with this stuff to your liking. And then I'm going to put in here.
Look at Miss Stephen.
Somebody's not on mute. Ladies, could you please, your co-host, could you please check your microphones under the participants? And anybody that's not muted, all you have to do is mute their microphone. They'll never even know you muted them. Please. And now let's say since I'm working on two pictures, which I don't normally do at one time, all I have to do, I just want to show you all the features. All I have to do is duplicate and move it over there. That's why I say it's simple, and these are little things that I wanted to show you all. Now, me personally, I'm Patricia Rogers. I'm going to stretch that out. And same here, I'm going to stretch that out, which I could have done it all and we did it one time. And then I'm going to put here visibility strategist. And even some of you who work Canva, it's so many different ways to do stuff that everybody knows. You still know different ways. So even when I watch other people learn from other people, I still learn something, even if it's something I already know. So this is the font that I like. I love this font for myself. And I'm gonna do, I guess, about 27 maybe. Yeah, about 29, I can stop there. Okay, and then I could put it in here just like that. And again, like I said, if I'm doing duplicates of anything, let's say I can also just put that over there, duplicate. Okay, and I'm just gonna show you one other thing. Another way you can do your words is Dr. Rogers. And you can do it that way as well. And like I said, we always want to take those fonts down big. And I'm going to change it to the fonts that I like. That's the one I like. Okay, and then I would also, you can also do it this way. I could do it one time, and then I can copy it. And that guarantees me also that it's going to be the same size, same height, whatever. And then I would put that there, and then I would go ahead and change that. Rewrite whatever is in there that I want to replace, which in this case is going to be visibility strategies. And then now I'm going to go ahead and add my logo. And I want to show you this too, because everybody that has a logo, all of us in business should have a logo. Okay, you should have a logo, and you should have a logo that is with a white background, which is the original, whether it's black or white. I'm just saying it's the full original, whatever color it is. And then you should have transparent, because we don't know how it's going to show up on whatever background we're using. So if I wanted to make this transparent, all I have to do is hit big remove. And there we have it. It's transparent. Now, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and move Pat from over here. I don't want her anymore. So I just delete everything. Everything. Oh, yeah, just click. This thing is so awesome. Because right here, because I am making a virtual background for me to use, I am going to copy that, go back down here, put that there, paste. And in my case, I'm going to go ahead and because I could actually use this, y'all. I'm going to make it info at Patricia Rogers.com. And I'm going to also put my web address, which is Dr. Rogers. And I'm telling, like I said, so when y'all on these platforms and you don't have all this information there, sometimes, like I said, people are nosy. And they're watching your stuff when you're on that platform, trying to see who you are, especially if they haven't seen you if they're seeing you for the first time. I'm going to go ahead and take Rogers off of here, and all I want this to be is my my visibility strategist, because this is my name, and I want this on here somewhere when I'm on these platforms networking. So sometimes I just do one of them little numbers. I have several of them. I just do it, put that up there. And if you go over the line like that, it doesn't affect anything. You can put it however you want. Okay, visibility strategist, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my logo here. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, shoot. Let's up my logo. Let's up my freaking logo. Anyway, so I'll put my logo there. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Technically, that's a virtual background. And like I said, the main thing you want to have is your information on this, because people are watching you when you don't know they're watching. And that's a simple virtual background, and you can make as many of them as you desire to do so, you know. And if, again, like you said, if you want to just change, if I want to duplicate that, somebody give me another color. I'm sorry, let me go back. Somebody said another color. What was another color? Blue?
Blue.
I'm going to add, instead of me having to make this over, I got 4 clients that want virtual background, want a simple virtual background, which these are running about $35. Okay, so I'm going to sit and do this because it does take time to find the right color, find it. That's where your time goes. But at any rate, so let's just say I know I got to make 3 or 4, so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this process. And then all I have to do, go over here. I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to frame. I'm going to go to background, elements. I'm going to choose What did y'all say? Purple? What did y'all say? Blue? Blue. 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 Background. And there's some nice blue coming up. I'm gonna click all because I want to see what the selection looks like. And for the sake of time, oh, I like this one. I'm just gonna go with this one for the sake of time. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stretch it out to over here. Like I said, you can do it so many different ways, but I know, I have fun with it. When I'm on here, I get stuck. And then in order, because that's already made, I'm gonna click layer. Please bring my information up to the front, layer, and it's bringing all my stuff up to the front. And there's my purple. Easy, easy peasy. And so, I'm sorry, I messed up my blue. I took blue. My bad, it's supposed to be blue. Shoot, I messed up. Blue, there we go. Okay, so y'all see what I'm saying, how easy that is? So you can make whatever you want, however you want to make it. You could change your fonts, your logo fonts, or whatever. You can go to whatever fonts you want, just highlight the whole thing, and you can change it to whatever you want at that time, and all your fonts you find over there in the little corner over there, or right up here, this type of fonts that you want to use. Me, I like little cursey stuff, little fancy stuff, but you can also do that. So that's what we do for our virtual backgrounds, just to make you something for an event. And you don't have to use this if you don't choose to. You can also, some people like to put their books over here. And that's also what you can do it however you choose to do. Main thing is just knowing to go to Elements. Elements would even give me, I can ask Element books. I can ask Elements anything, and they would give me some of the things that I need, to create content. Like I say, this platform has so much stuff on it, so you can just do what you want to do. I mean, just have fun with it, be creative, and this is the stuff you're going to post on social media. You can put a script in here. I can write my affirmations in here, post on social media. I mean, that you create your own content, so in the same token, if it was a virtual event, Anne asked me the other day, she says, how do you, when you have to make them for so many people? Well, I realized just now I've already answered that question, because all I have to do is click here, duplicate, click here, click here, duplicate. If I'm making it for my event, duplicate. I hit delete by mistake. Click here, duplicate. And if I have 6 speakers in my event, all I have to do, and I'm making purple backgrounds, I've asked them for their logo goes here. That's for me, for the way I do my events. And their name here, which I had visibility strategists before. On these, I just normally just put the name and the title, because I want everybody to be the same. I don't like one to have real long something and the other one, so I just keep 2 lines, visibility strategist. And if I have to make 15 of these, and I do have a graphic designer, but it depends on the event, it depends on how things go. Sometimes I just love doing this stuff. And so I have had to teach myself how to do it too. And it works. It saves me money. I'm going in, it saves me money. It just tell you the truth, it saves me money. And it gets the job done. So that's one person. So if I go over here, all I need to do is change this person's photo and go over here to upload photos. All my photos are supposed to be uploaded. Take the book out of there. And so my photos are upload. There are my pictures. So if I want to just change a picture out, all I got to do, that's the next speaker. This is the next speaker. I just go ahead and chop them up, put it over here. And then I change that information there, duplicate the process, take me out, put Tom in, and it's voila. Change the information and keep moving. Did I help anybody on that? Y'all come off mute. Ask me some questions. Come off mute. Come off mute. That's not even a tip of the iceberg.
That was helpful.
Y'all talk to me.
That was very helpful.
Yeah, it's very
very
simple.
helpful.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Very helpful, and so you make it look so easy that I literally was trying to do my own at the same time.
It is. And also, last thing I want to say, and then I'm going to turn it over to Ann, because Ann has a short presentation. She's going to show you how to do an itinerary. She's going to show you that itineraries can be done on this platform too. I just figured that out when she did one for me. But she's going to show you that. There's so much this platform can do. And like I say, we never know it all. We never know it all. But at any rate, it's just, so like I said, I forgot what I was going. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it over to Ann. And Ann, I'm going to go ahead and let you come in. But again, anything y'all want to do, go to, if I want to put, sometime I say I want to put sparkles on my thing. This, you can also create your videos. I'm going deep in this next year in one of my workshops, but you can only teach so much in these kind of sessions. But when y'all see it, y'all will know we're going to be going deep, basically. So let's just say I want to put a little something on it. It's just so much you can do with this stuff. And you just got to be creative. You know, if you got any kind of creative mind, you just, have fun with it. And are you ready? And are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm going to stop sharing, sweetheart.
Okay.
Because I did all mine at one time. I'm good. Okay, over to you, Ann. Thank you, Tom.
Okay.
Thank you, Jean. Thank y'all. Thank you, Beverly. Y'all. Thank you. And I called Ann the other day. I said, Ann, I need an itinerary done. And so she said, I said, can you do that for me? She said, yes, I can. And I just I told her where to go to the website to find the information. There are some things, I want to say this while I'm talking. There are some things in your business that you don't like to do. And I know everybody has something, a part of their business that they just don't like. If I'm telling the truth, put a yes in the chat. If it's something about your business that you just don't really care about doing that part, put a yes in the chat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's when we have to hire. We don't have to do it. We just have to hire somebody that can get it done. And that is what takes a lot off of our plate. I'm a technology girl and I love technology. I'm like Kimya. I love technology. So you know what? I do this stuff out. I figure this stuff out myself and I have fun doing it. It's fun. But there are things still about my business. I do not like to make air flights. I do not reservations. I do not like to make hotel reservations. And I do not like to put my itinerary together. I hate that. But anyway, so take it away. It's on you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm going to show you an overview of how I was able to put together Dr. Pat's travel itinerary. It's the same foundations which she used, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like first before I show you the basic components, something like that. So here we have the cover page and we have the table of contents. I was able to link one page to another page. So if I click on this button, it takes us to the trip overview. And if I click on this picture, it will take us to day one. So by putting together so many elements, I've been able to come up with something visually appealing. If you're an entrepreneur that doesn't like the normal bland Word document, this would work for you because you can use this on your phone and it just does the trick. So here we have day 3, day 4, day 5, 6, 7, and this is it, all done within Canva. So you basically don't have to do much. Just get a template, get the pictures you want for your trip, and everything will just be there for you. From the duration to your start time to your ending time. Just basically using the elements that Canva has on your site. So yes, this is what is possible with Canva, and the possibilities are limitless. So thank you, Dr. Pat, for giving me this opportunity to show people what Canva can do and letting me use your itinerary for this. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yes. That was good. Did you all get something out of that? Are you staring? Can you stop sharing your screen? Or do I need to stop sharing? Am I sharing? I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing. Could you stop sharing your screen? Yeah, there you go. Okay, great. Yeah. So Kim, what you got to say about Cat? Because I know, oh, you know what, Kim, I was getting ready to buy your package last night. You got a nice little hot package out there for $57. I'm gonna get it. I didn't have a credit card on me. But Cammy is an expert. And like I said, we all in this together. I don't compete with people because God has everybody that I'm supposed to serve, and He has everybody you're supposed to serve. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry. I just have to acknowledge people. You know, Kimya has a very nice package out there. Kim, you want to talk? How did you enjoy our little presentation? I know you were whiz at that stuff. How did I do, honey?
I liked it. It was a great demo. Thank you. I did, because, and it's so important. And the other reasons to have a virtual background is if your background is messy. Like, okay, we're friends here. Let's just be honest. Sometimes we're in a place that it looks janky and we don't want to come on camera because our background is messed up. But if you create virtual backgrounds, you can pop it in. This way you can be in a car, or you can be in a closet, or you can be in a laundry room, and you don't have to worry about it, because in order to get visibility, like Dr. Pat says, you have to be on camera. If we can't see you, you're not visible. So make sure you have a set of virtual backgrounds so that you can swap them out. So when you are in a weird location with a funky background, you don't have to be embarrassed. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stay off camera. You can come on camera and still look professional. So that's yet another reason to create a set of virtual backgrounds. You always have them ready.
Awesome. I'm glad you said that. And I want to add that too. Sometimes people, it's just like us going to certain stores. We rather go to Macy's rather than go to the Goodwill. And it's all about appearance. So we want to go, it depends on what we're looking for. It's all about how we show up. And so when you're on a platform and you gave somebody your calendar link to share with you, I see it sometimes. I have people that come on this platform that hiding behind the camera and they want to sell me something. I said, I'm sorry, you're going to have to reschedule this platform because I don't do people that I cannot see. I don't know you. I've never met you. And I'm sorry, we'll have to reschedule this song. Oh, hold up a minute. I'm going to come on camera. You're sending out negative messages. Number one, you don't like how you look. Number two, when we don't like how we look, we're insecure. That shows our signs of insecurity and a lack of confidence. You send out a lot of negative messages and then you wonder, well, why I'm not selling? Well, it's all in what she and I both have said. It's all in how I present myself. Even today when I come in, I don't have feel good all the time I get on these platforms. And I was telling a young lady one day in practice, I said, are you upset? Are you okay? Are you all right? She's sitting there. Who gonna buy from you? Who gonna buy from me? I need to put my best foot on, even if my right hip is hurting. How about that? I still need to sit my hind part in this chair, act like it ain't hurting, and I got to give energy from the top up. How about that? And pop that. So all I'm saying is, what I share, I teach, I do. And I know that it works for me, and I want it to work for you. And I'm going to turn it back over to Margaret. Oh, I ain't over to Margaret. Margaret, I turned it over to me. Okay. I forgot. Okay, it's my time. Woo! Y'all don't want none of this. Y'all, come on, y'all. Put your arms up like this. Y'all, say it with me. Y'all don't want none of this. Come on. Y'all don't want none of this. Come on, mute.
Y'all don't want none of this.
Y'all don't want none of this.
Y'all don't want none of this.
None of this. No, no, no.
Let me tell y'all, Officer Roosevelt, I keep calling him Officer. Roosevelt Williams worked in Dade County Corrections. And he was one of my employees, one of my subordinates, basically. All my stuff showing up. He was one of my subordinates. We work time to time on and off, wherever. We've been there 20-some years, right? 29 years, whatever. So I never would thought that he would have come to me because he was a tyrant in that department. And I was too, in my own way. When I say tyrant, we just speak what we feel. We say what we need to. We challenge the system when I say tyrant. We have rights as employees, and we were those two employees that would challenge the system when you mistreat us. And so anyway, that was the legacy I left behind. So I wasn't really looking for a whole lot of correction people to follow me on this journey. But when he called me one day, he said, I have looked at your stuff. Basically, I've been watching you. in a nutshell, he said, you got what I want. I want to be a public speaker. He didn't know that I was starting my public speaking academy in January the 25th. So, I mean, January 2025. So I'm like, I ain't ready to do this yet. That wasn't my plan. But then I thought about that thing they say when God said, I know the plans for you. And then some people say, when you think your plans are good, wait till God does his. He has a sense of humor. So I thought to myself, I better jump on this bandwagon now, y'all. So of course, I took him in. We talked and talked and talked extensively. I showed him what everything he would get. And he came at 0 degrees. He didn't know anything about technology, to the point that I was almost ready to fuss at him, because I'm like, you was in that department all them years and you don't know how to create a folder? Duh. You don't know how to send a group email? Boy, that department made us check our emails we had a policy on that. All employees must check their email daily. So I do applaud Dade County, because Dade County sent me to you all fully loaded when it comes down to technology. And I tell God, thank you. And the reason I had so much knowledge too is because I was in those roles of leadership, such as lieutenant, sergeant, and all that. So I had no choice. But at any rate, so I want you to know that for him to come to me and to say that he went to other mentors, other people, he searched me out, he did his research, and he chose me. For me, that's huge. How many of y'all know that's true? And when you have a person that comes to you when you thought that your legacy wasn't the best legacy, and you find out that, oh my God, I did leave a good legacy. And that matters. So I'm going to shut up because I'm fired up. And he has been a very good student. He came willing. He came with the burning desire. And he is picking up on all that stuff. And we'll go more into that later. I'm going to introduce you to. Is anybody here, because I need to recognize him. Roosevelt sold about 10 tickets to people in corrections. Is anybody on this from corrections that he sold a ticket to that made it on the platform? Okay, they had good intentions. I know how it goes. They ain't used to all this kind of stuff, but they supported him. He had them tickets, was popping in. That's why I say everybody got followers, y'all. Anybody on here from Miami-Dade Corrections that we are invited? Okay, so at any rate, so with that, I'm going Angela Regular. She's been with me, following me since the live events back in 2016 and all that. Me and her, we right here. So I thank you, sweetie. Anytime I call Angie, say, Angie, I got a speaking opportunity. She asked me what it is, how much it is, send me the link. I'm like, okay. So anyway, y'all, with that, we're looking forward to doing an in-person event sometime in 2025. That's my goal. And so you all put your seatbelts on, because y'all gonna get ready, get ready, get ready. But that's what's in my head. And now I got to get it out on paper, y'all. And I got to do the legwork. That is my desire. Okay, change is always good. So I'm going to introduce to some of you, all of you, none other than Roosevelt Williams, 4 weeks into the academy. And his topic is, y'all ready for this? Put your seatbelt on. Everybody put your seatbelt on. Go ahead, put your seatbelt on. Act like you put your seatbelt on. Everybody act like you put your seatbelt on. And I want everybody to put him on speaker view. I'll put him on speaker view. I'm just messing with y'all. And now his topic is a journey from despair to purpose. Give him some energy. Come on, 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 come on. Okay, you're up, Roosevelt. Take the platform.
A journey from despair to purpose. Have you ever felt completely lost, wondering if there's a greater purpose out there waiting for you? What if the struggles you face today are actually guiding you toward your greatest calling? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share a story, my story. A journey of survival, struggle, and ultimately self-discovery. I was young, reckless, living in the projects, and headed down the wrong path. While at the bus stop, I snatched this lady's purse. And when I went to look in that purse, I was shocked because all she had was her bus money. I was hit with a wave of shame. Here it is. This lady holding on to whatever little that she had. And I was there to take it away from her. That was my wake-up call. I say, well, that didn't work. So where do I go from here? The one dream that was sold in the projects was to become a football star. Being an NFL player was every kid's dream in the projects. So I decided to pursue that dream because I felt it was another escape route. Yes, I felt it was my ticket out. And while I focused on the game, my high school buddies took care of all my academic needs, so I never had to study. Yes, in high school, I had my own academic mod squad. And I graduated with a full ride to college on an academic scholarship. I felt unstoppable. Until the day I arrived at college. Reality slapped me in the face. Because unfortunately, my mod squad did not come to college with me. I had some academic challenges that I was not prepared for. I remember going to my first class in college called Man in Society. And the professor telling us to go to the bookstore, purchase the textbook, and read chapters 1 through 10, and do a 6 to 10 page essay. That messed me up. I was lost. I had never been in a bookstore, let alone talking about doing a lengthy essay. In that moment, I quit. Not only did I quit on my NFL dreams, I quit on myself. I was too prideful and too embarrassed to ask for help. So I turned to what I felt like was my only option: joining the Army. Since I was in ROTC in high school and I heard great things about the military, I convinced myself that this is the way out of my predicament. But in reality, I was running in desperation, trying to find my purpose. When I first entered the military, it was tough. But I fought hard to push myself to graduate from aerosol school. And for a while, I even considered realistic to be an aerosol instructor. But I lost sight of that dream as quickly as I conjured it up. The military had given me purpose, but deep down inside, I was empty. Running from the pain, running from the shame, running from everything that held me back. Eventually, I made another pivotal decision. I left the military and became a law enforcement officer. This was no ordinary career move for me. This was personal. And here I go again with the wrong mindset. Because years earlier, my brother had been brutally beaten to death at the hands of the correction officers. So I didn't join to serve or to be no good officer. I joined because it was the last stop on my block. I remember graduating the academy, and I was on 11 to 7 shift at the county jail. And late one night, over the radio, I hear, back up, back up, back up. All officers respond to the rear lobby. A fight is brewing, and backup is needed. When I got there, I could not believe my eyes. The inmate that the officers were about to jump on was my first cousin, my flesh and my blood. So I stepped in. I said, let me handle him, let me handle him, let me handle him. And I escorted my cousin in the cell. But I was angry, because my cousin could have lost his life that night, just like my brother. I saved my cousin. But more than that, I solidified my own resolve. And for once, life had an ounce of meaning. So in closing, I want to impress upon you, don't hesitate to ask for help. Recognize the things that are holding you back from achieving your goals. Pursue your dreams by any means necessary. And find your purpose. Because when you walk in your purpose, you give others permission to do the same. And as a complimentary gift from everyone showing up, I will be leaving a copy of my ebook, 6 Ways to Train the Brain. I am Roosevelt Williams, your public speaker and mindset coach. And if you need to get in contact with me, my information will be in the chat.
Ooh, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, y'all. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. I see y'all popping information in that chat. How did y'all like that? Somebody give me some feedback for a first-time speaker. Did that impress y'all? Give me some comments. Give me some feedback. Somebody raise your hand. What did that do for you? Come on, Margaret, say something. Let's encourage him along his journey.
Yes, I'm on mute. Wow, amazing. I mean, you draw me into your story, and that is really powerful because you're telling a story. You want us to listen, and the way you relate, you tell the story, it was absolutely beautiful because it is genuine. It came from the heart. It is your experience. I put quite a bit on the chat. I kind of also feel your pain at the same time and waiting to say, wow, how did you overcome that? Step okay, how did you overcome that? And I think for me, the end part of it, the powerful part of it, when it's a wake-up call for you, and you're at the right time, at the right place for your first cousin. So you did not join that facility just for the sake of joining. I believe you meant to save your first cousin. For me, that's what I took from the story. It was powerful. Thank you.
Awesome. Next.
Yes, well
Next hand up.
done. Well done. Your presentation was incredible. The way you presented was fantastic. I loved your emphasis on some of the words, and also the way you spaced it out. Your timing was perfect, and the story was incredible. And yes, as Margaret said, you were in the right place at the right time to save your cousin. God is good all the time.
All the time. All the time.
I have to say, I thought the presentation was fantastic. I thought the points were well measured. I am a Toastmaster. I'm a distinguished Toastmaster too. So I want to give you one point of feedback that I think would really help. When you gave us that pause and you said you found your moment of purpose, I think it would be helpful for you to say, and that's when it started to occur to you that you could help other people. So that when you come back at the end of your story later, you can tie that back and engage people and why they should be working with you. That will be my only point of feedback. Overall, I thought it was a fantastic presentation.
Okay, now I'm going in. That's my client. I let you say that, sis. But he doing everything his told him to do, and everything I told him to do, God told me to do. I'm in Toastmasters, but one thing I don't condone with Toastmasters, I don't like people criticizing me when I send a message out that God has given to me. I don't like Toastmasters for that one reason. No matter how many times you speak in Toastmasters and how hard you practice, they're going to find something because that's the protocol. And it's okay. But I'm just saying, when it gets down to the real nitty gritty, we follow God's lead. Toastmasters don't equate to what God gives us to do. I love you though. I love you. You know that. Next, go ahead. Let's stick with the positive.
That's okay. It was amazing. The most beautiful thing is that it can to connect emotionally. You put the words that we were there at that moment in the struggle with your first cousin. It's like you could be there. I'm like, you have that amazing way of bringing us to the place. And not too many speakers have that. You have a gift, extraordinary gift. I've been mentored with Miss Patricia, but you have a gift, and especially because you know what you're talking about, you live it, you experience, and it's so much need on that for youth, for grown, that is amazing. So you are coming into the right time, you are gifted. So
he is.
Thank you.
He is. Awesome. Okay. Jazz, you got something you want to say? You finally get to meet Roosevelt.
Oh, yes. Yes, he's phenomenal.
Let me say this. Jazz put his ebook together because I said, I got to get him an ebook. It's so many things that go along with my program. Everything. And I had to get him an ebook. I reached out to my partner, Jazz. I said, okay, you're web designer. I need your help. I said, go with it. And Jazz put that thing together. I said, and Roosevelt was so flattered. He said, oh my God, I got people working for me all over the place. Well, that's what we do as entrepreneurs. That's what we do as leaders. That's what we do when we find the right people to partner with. And this is why JV partnering is so, so, so valuable. How many times has Jazz spoken on my platform for free? Because we partner. We partner. We give each other value. So this is what it's all about, Jazz. Go ahead and say something. You did an awesome job on that ebook.
Oh, well, he had me on the edge of my feet. You know, every word that he said just got me, you know, my emotions. I was there with him. I could visualize what was happening, you know, all the scene of, you know, his brother, you know, dying and everything else. But yeah, you're amazing. Roosevelt, I can't even see you. Where are you? You're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your story because you allow people to also share their story by being authentic and real. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. 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 Okay, so Jazz, I need you to pin Roosevelt to the top, pin me to the top for about 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna let y'all go on break. Can you pin me to the top, pin him to the top? I don't even know how to do that. Can you pin me on the platform? You know how to do it?
Yes, I'm going to do it now.
Okay, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, I'm putting him in the hot seat. 2 questions. 2 or 3 questions.
3 questions.
Okay. You sound like you got questions you want me to ask you. You don't know what I'm gonna ask you. Okay, can you pin him?
I've pinned him. I've pinned him. I'm looking for you. I can't see you.
You can spotlight them.
Oh, maybe
Don't
I need
pin. You need to
put us on
spotlight.
gallery.
Spotlight.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
said
trying to
that?
spotlight us.
This is Beverly.
It
If you
says,
can make me a co-host, I can do it.
okay. Yeah. I can make you co-host, Beverly. Yeah, we got so many features in this thing. We don't know them all. Beverly. Beverly, is that your? I thought this thing not supposed
Beverly
to be.
Howard.
I know Beverly. It's supposed to be in alphabetical order. I don't see your name in here. Beverly.
You looking at the participants?
Oh, I got it. I have it. I found it. And I'm gonna make you co-host. Go ahead, honey, do that. I can do it, but right now I can't think and keep my mind on what I'm doing at the same time. So go ahead. I ain't trying to figure that out right now. I want to stay focused where I am.
Okay. 1 second.
That's 1. I see remove spotlight. That's 1. Now you can spotlight him. Got you. Thank you.
I got you. Thank you.
You sweet. Thank you, sweet. Teamwork make the dream work, y'all. Oh, you in the hot seat. Ooh, come on, come on. Ooh,
Let's
ooh,
go.
Ooh, ooh. Okay, my first question to you is this. What took you so long?
What took me so long is my belief system. I didn't believe in myself, and I used a false belief system. I used pride and ego as my belief system when it took courage. And so I hid behind that pride and ego for a long time. At the same time, just this scary little kid. And I decided if I'm gonna be out here living the dream in 2024, I got to come out the door. I got to come outside. I got to mingle. I got to interact, you know, with the people. I got to let them know who I am. Because if you're not with around the people or interacting with the people, nobody really know who you are. And that's something that really sticks with me, you know. So that was mainly not me believing in myself, but using my pride and my ego as the crutch to pretend like it was courage, but it was a weakness.
Okay, my next question. Why me? I know you've been hanging around with some big wigs and trying to find yourself and all of that after talking to you, getting to know what you've been doing. Why me? Why me?
Dr. Rogers, I don't think we have enough time on this platform for me to write down all the why me's. Why you? Because going back, even when I was on the job, I seen what you was capable of doing. Firm but fair. Somebody I wanted to be, but I wanted to be a rebel. But you decided to, you know, put yourself in positions where you could train people the same thing you're doing now. And I decided to have a fixed mindset where it's just the way life is. If y'all just leave me alone, I don't care if I'm doing it right or wrong. Just leave me alone. I don't care about your policy and procedures or nothing like that. Yeah. But me looking back at that, and I've been watching you even up to this point, but back to that pride and ego, it would not allow me to reach out to you. So I had to dismantle that individual if I wanted to get where I'm going. And I had to do that by myself. So I beat this boy down for a little bit. I came against him because we're not finna keep going through life with no fixed mindset. And so I developed a growth mindset, and a growth mindset means it's okay to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's just okay. Right. Don't make it more than okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's okay.
Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to have you name a few things that you learned along the way. I know you came to me, you said that you hopped on the technology, that you felt very insecure about the technology part of it. Tell everybody some of the things that you were able to master. And the only reason he's able to master all of that, as much as some of the things that he have, is because he came with the burning desire to follow up, to do the work, and just follow the guidance. Because all coaches do is guide you and share their information and pull out of you what we see is in you. Name some of the things that, like your LinkedIn or whatever, some of the things that you have been impressed with about.
I want to start off with this, Dr. Rogers. And I know corrections sent out their emails and, you know, to check your email. I never did that, even when I was working. Even when incident reports came up, people always did it for me. So when you was training me, you was like, I know you know how to check an email. I know how you know how to do this and that. You know, and I just listened and I just followed the instructions. And I went from something simple as knowing how to make a folder to organize everything I need to do, knowing how to go to
Weber, open account in Weber. Did that too.
Weber and download, you know, what I need to download to put that in a folder, making sure everything is organized. LinkedIn, I never knew anything about no LinkedIn, but you linked me in. And I got 300 connections right now because I'm linked in with
Come on, y'all. Give him some energy. 300. Come on.
And this going on the 5th week. This will be the 5th. Well, this will be the 5th week. And I'm up to 300 connections. I'm getting engagements from my social media. Oh, and I'm happy. I want y'all to know I'm on YouTube.
Woo!
I'm on YouTube. So it's something that when I'm not even in this atmosphere no more, somebody could go still have something to learn from me. And so that's the legacy that I want to leave, because I'm learning now from people who wasn't here.
That's right.
And that's how we keep everything going. But Dr. Patricia Rogers, I know you was the right fit for me. You know, this time I couldn't run. I hid, but I couldn't run this time. I did.
Awesome.
They say you can run, but you can't hide. But I couldn't run this time, and I couldn't be in more gratitude than to be involved with somebody that I know and that I know genuinely is sharing their heart space from heaven right here on earth. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm going to end with this. And when he came to me, he did not have a title for his name. He didn't know what he wanted to do. And who are you now?
I am Roosevelt Williams, your public speaker and mindset coach.
And his logo is behind him. Whoop, 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 whoop. And he has his free gift. And next we'll be working on the website. But this is what I do, a ton of stuff that I can't even point out. We have to meet with me one-on-one. But the bottom line is, with me, the difference in the way I believe that I stand out from other coaches is because I'm going to take you from ground zero. If you don't know how to work a Gmail system, your Gmail system, if you don't know how to group emails, if you don't know how to send one click and send to hundreds of people in your email at one time, if you don't know how to take that email list that we created today and download it, import it, or export, whichever one, those are the things I teach, the basics. Because when you buying those packages, it's cost $5,000 and $6,000 and $10,000, and you don't know what to do with the content when you get home, you're still lost. And I've been there and done that. So I teach what I needed when I was wasting a lot of money trying to find my way. So that's what I do.
Can I chime in right quick on that, Dr. Rogers, to piggyback on that? And I want to be totally transparent, because I purchased a program for tens of thousands of dollars and it was only a shell. So I know what I'm getting with Unity. unity in service, where people are really helping people.
Awesome. God bless. God bless. Thank you so much. I humble myself. God is good all the time, and all the time he's still good. And I want to say thank you so much for that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to 4:15. Uh-oh, we already over our timeline. 1, 2. Can we keep moving? Can y'all who need to take a break, go ahead and take a break? Y'all don't get mad at me. Ooh. I'm gonna ask y'all. Can y'all just go ahead and need to step away and come on back? See, nobody's moving. Oh, nobody's moving. So y'all must, okay, I'm good, y'all. I'm good. That's it. That's a big message right there. Yeah, just come on back. So we're gonna keep it moving because I messed up again. I just can't help it. Sometimes y'all gotta let God do what he do. God live in and through me. And I'm sorry, I just have to follow his guidance because when I'm doing his work, I just be all fired up. Next on the platform, we're gonna bring to your attention none other than Evangelist Patricia Juba. And her topic is realizing the dream in entrepreneurship. Let me say that again. I'm getting choked up. Realizing, I'm going to introduce to you again. The devil is a lie. I'm going to introduce you again. Our next speaker, none other than Evangelist Patricia Juba. And her topic is realizing the dream in entrepreneurship. Let's give her some energy. Woo, 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 woo. Come on.
Yep. Thank you so much, Dr. Pat. I am super grateful to be here. I am, and I'm honored. I am going to talk about my experience, my story. I was 23 years in property management, and I was excelling. I had various teams, I was training. I had different portfolios throughout the city and where I lived here in Massachusetts. And I got a nudge from God. A nudge from God saying that I need you to move. To be honest, it scared me because God was shifting me into a place I wasn't familiar with. I was familiar because I had the 23 years experience and, the stability of the income of this job that I had for so long. When I had that nudge, and if anybody has experienced this, when you hear a nudge, when you feel a nudge from God, a shifting in your spirit, you have to move. You have to listen and then move how he has planned for your life. He literally spoke to me and said, Patricia, it's time. You serve the purpose for what I have you in right now. Stepping out, I stepped out in fear, but I stepped out anyway. With that being said, forgive me.
Take your time. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm breathing. Thank you, Dr. Pat. Help me along. With that being said, stepping out in fear, knowing all the experience, and like I said, about the stability, I did it. I empowered myself by investing in myself.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And I became a John Maxwell leadership coach and trainer. And one of the things that was so profound for me in getting that training was the DISC assessment. The DISC assessment It's called the DISC Personality Assessment. It helps you identify your communication styles, how you can better communicate, and not be wounded. Because in this corporate arena that I was for so many years, I saw people be wounded. As a matter of fact, I was one of them that was wounded about how others communicated with me, made me feel like I was less than or being devalued. But we all know we all have value. Amen? We all have value. So when I discovered this DISC assessment and understood what my communication style was, and the other the other styles that are in this assessment, I understand where people were coming from even better. I'm going to explain the 4 different styles in this DISC assessment that helped me profoundly. It spells out this. D is for dominant. Dominant person is the direct, decisive, and focus on results. They focus on what needs to be done. They get things done, but sometimes can come off as being too intense. The I for the influencer, they're enthusiastic and people focused. They focus on the who is involved. They thrive on relationships, but may overlook details. And the stabilizers are the supportive and reliable team players. They focus on how things get done. They value harmony, but can struggle with change. And the C for compliant, the detail-oriented thinkers. They focus on why things work. They're analytical and focused on accuracy and may be slow to act. All these things, this assessment and this explanation I just did was very transformative in my life, very transformative, and actually empowered me to empower other women to not feel wounded in wherever arena they are. It's helped me in my business. It helped me with encouraging the women in the nonprofit that I serve, and it helped even in the families to dismantle disagreements because understanding how people communicate. I have 2 questions for you today. 2. What is God calling you to shift in your life? And how will you prepare for that shift? One powerful way, as I have found, is to understand your communication style through the DISC personality behavior assessment. I invite you to schedule your DISC assessment today with me. Thank you so much. I am Patricia Juba. I'm the founder of A Life Worth Living Corp and the coach for Growth Arise Consulting. God bless.
Awesome. Give her some energy. Come on, come on, come on. That was awesome. Well said. And I love that the analogy, the personality trait. That's awesome. And it's amazing how people can write up stuff and it end up helping us to define who we are and our characteristics. And I know I'm number 1. I'm good. I don't care what y'all say about me. I'm dominant. I'm all the above because I do want results. Anybody agree with that? Wave your hand.
I'm a stabilizer. I'm the stabilizer. I'm the team player.
We go. Okay. So we know who TLC. I told you it was good. Yeah, hey, y'all might as well be honest. Ain't no need to lie. That was good. I enjoyed that. And I saw the link in the chat as well. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to call to your forefront. None other than my friend, my partner, my sister, and all the above. And her topic is going to be invite God to be your business partner. That's huge. And her name is none other than our co-host, Margaret Thorley, all the way from London.
Thank you. Hold on tight to dreams, for life is like a broken bird of a wing that cannot fly. You see, our dreams comes from God. Our vision, our purpose comes from God. And He's more than able to make us to become successful. Success is not failure. It's not final, sorry. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's when you bounce back, when you have the courage to bounce back after adversity, now that is success. For me, I've always run my own business from the age of 21. I was big-headed, earned crazy money with no sense, with no wisdom. Definitely do not talk to me about God. I will not listen to you. Why? I did it myself. Until one day God wanted my attention. And if God wants your attention, man, you better pay attention because He's going to take you on a journey. And He did. He stripped me to nothing in terms of finance, in terms of businesses, everything. I realized, oh my God, what am I going to do? I ended up going back to college. I had to get a job, never worked for anybody. After being in this job for about 8 years, that was it. I was made redundant with 2 boys, a mortgage, and bills to pay. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And God, any one of us know God got a great sense of humor. Go and start your business. Business? I ain't got no money. What am I going to do? I started the business with zero finance. I wrote my first funding application form. And I'm severely dyslexic, but I'm an author. And I remember worrying, how am I going to write a funding application form? It took me 3 months to write it, but I got the funding. And that's how I started my charity, Hope and Restoration, which is a non-profitable organization. And God is with me in that journey because we went on to train 1,700 people into business, into employment, into further education. And that's only God can do that. And I realized through that journey, He then said to me, right, COVID came. And I saw the men, they were desperate, mental health. And our training program changed. We had a lot more men in our business startups. And I thought something needs to be done. I've never done a talk show. I'm the host of Father Talk Show, Kings and Queens in a Business Conversation. I said, God, I don't know how to do that. He said, you can do it. And today I'm sitting here. One of the things we need to do to put God and make Him center is first, seek His face every morning. Seek for guidance, listen and wait. And that's something we do not do. Another thing we need to learn as well as we're walking with God, inviting Him to be with us, is that you must make sure your values are in line with your business. Practice to reflect. Practice to be faithful. Practice to believe that God who gave you this idea, He's going to take you through that journey and He's going to make it work and build your business into the platform of integrity and honesty. Man, when you have God in your life, in your business, one of the things you must do is so important that you are a good steward in the business He gave you. Remember, the finance that you get is not yours, it belongs to God. So therefore, you must invest into your community. And sometimes we don't have the finance, but your time that you invest in that community, it will bring your business high to the top. We are incredibly well known in my community, very much so. Another thing God wants you to do when He gave you that business is to be a lighthouse in your community and above and beyond. You see, I love the title, Entrepreneurs Living the Dream. And it's only God needs people like me and you. For us to be here today, Dr. Rogers says yes. And that's what we are today. And that's what your business is about. When it's a lighthouse, it brings people in that needs the support, that needs the encouragement, that needs the motivation for them to live their dreams, to become entrepreneurs. And I think the best person to demonstrate that today is Roosevelt. I mean, when he shared the story, his journey, but first, Dr. Rogers had to be in the right place so this connection could take place. And it's equally the same, my story with Dr. Rogers. And this is how God works. He shines the light in your business and He brings the right people in to your business. And you know what? You see me relaxing and smiling? Because that's what God does. When you're in the right place, He'll bring the right people for you. I want to say thank you so much to allow me to share my purpose in life with you. I truly appreciate you. And I want to say, may God richly bless you all. And thank you, Dr. Patricia Rogers. I salute you, ma'am, for being in the right place at the right time. Thank you.
Awesome. That is so touching. Wow. Thank you all so much. That is so beautiful. Wow. Let's give us some energy. Well, I don't have to ask y'all. Y'all already giving her energy. Okay, so this is really nice. This is really nice. Training is so essential, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all don't take me personal, but I like things done decent and in order by the Bible, because when they're done decent and in order, you will attract people, just like she was saying. Mr. Martin, can you hear me? Mr. Martin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I need you to do me a favor. I need you to be still. I need you to just stop, because when you're bouncing up and down like that, it kind of takes my mind off the person that's speaking. So if you just kind of be still, you stand up, then you sit down, all that is, and I don't want to close your camera, sweetheart, because I'm so happy you're here and you're a handsome young man. But I need you to work with me. It's bad enough you don't have the background, and then you so that makes everybody kind of focus on you. Okay, so just kind of be still, and because it distracts from the speaker a little bit. I don't want to close your camera, sweetie. Okay. Can I get you to do that for me? I appreciate you, sweetie. When they're speaking anyway, other than that, when they're speaking, yeah, it's a distraction. Okay, training is essential, ladies and gentlemen. And when you have a brand, if you don't stand up for your brand, then people are going to do what they don't know. If they don't know what they don't know. And it's the way world we in. It's a global, so people don't know because we don't even talk to people half the time. But we haven't even met each other, all of us. So only way people are gonna know how to assist us is for us to ask them and communicate that. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about me. I will communicate because that one relationship is so valuable to me. I want to hold on to it. Because once you build it, you're gonna have some little different, because everybody's different, but it's nothing that we can't just ask for help, ask to talk about, or whatever. And let's keep that relationship intact. That's just the way I do it. So I appreciate you, son. And I hope you come to more events, because training is essential. We're here to share with you what God has given to us. And quite a few of us on this platform have been on this journey a long time. And we are here to give back to you all what God has so freely given to us. And with that, we're going to go to our next speaker, and that is going to be none other than Nino Furry. Come on down. And her topic, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be proven strategies. Smart young lady. Partner, all that stuff. Proven strategies to elevate your business. Jasmine Ofori, all the way from the UK. Come on down. Give us some energy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dr. Pat. I appreciate the introduction. I'm just going to open up my PowerPoint now.
You good, babe? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Can you see the PowerPoint?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
All right. Okay. All right. So how many of you, oh, something's happened there. Oh. I'm going to stop sharing and then I'll reshare again.
We're all in this together. Technology, honey, go do your thing.
Okay. Yep. Can you see the screen now, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you have a YouTube account? Type YouTube in the chat. If you do have a YouTube account, type YouTube in the chat. What is happening? Okay, I see you've all been typing YouTube in the chat. So today, what I will be sharing with you is how to monetize using YouTube. You may have a YouTube account, but how many of you are actually using that YouTube account to impact your business? If you are, put impact in the chat. Okay. Today, what I'll be doing is going through 5 benefits for using YouTube for your business. So without further ado, I will start with the first benefit. So benefit number 1 is you get a wider reach. A wider reach means that, you've got over 2 billion people using YouTube. So you've got a global audience to play with, and you're more likely to reach your ideal target audience using YouTube. Benefit number 2 is engagement. So you know how they say content is king? Well, engagement is queen. And YouTube offers that platform for you to create that engagement with your target audience. So video, as you all know, speaks volumes. You can communicate your, message much more clearly. You can, connect with your target audience in comparison to just a text or an image. So video content is more engaging, and that's one of the benefits. So benefit number 3 is search engine optimization. How many of you would like to be found on Google? How many of you would like your content to be surfacing on Google? Well, YouTube gives you that opportunity to show up on Google. So if somebody's looking for your content and, they type in something that they need resolving, a problem they've got, and your content shows up, well, that's a hot lead right there. And that will allow you to basically get the customer and make the sale. So search engine optimization is very good. And, you can rank your content higher in search results. Benefit number 4 is brand awareness. Brand awareness is key. It's important. It's how you command a higher a higher price basically as you build it up. It builds your credibility and it builds your visibility. As you can see, this wonderful lady loving on herself, Dr. Patricia Rogers, she's very active on YouTube, and you know, she's doing really well in terms of credibility and visibility on YouTube. And benefit number 5, the money. We all want to make money. We're running businesses. So YouTube gives you the opportunity to monetize. There are several opportunities to monetize on YouTube through ads, through affiliate, through sponsorships. But what you have to meet is basically you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours over a 12-month period for you to qualify for that YouTube partner program. So I'm going to share a little success story with you. And that is none other than Dr. Patricia Rogers, the visibility strategist from Unity and Service, where people need people. So I've been working with Dr. Patricia for a while now on a YouTube account. And when we initially started working together, it was at 500 subscribers, and now it's over 1.14 thousand subscribers. We, optimized the strategy for, posting our YouTube shorts, and that has enabled her to reach a lot more people. As you saw back there, one of her videos actually gained over 8,000 views. So that's fantastic to know that, YouTube can do that for you to reach a wider audience and to build a great following that will help you in your business. So now you're wondering, who am I? Well, I'm Jasmine Ofori. I'm the founder of Jew Digital. And what I do is I help coaches, consultants, and event hosts to gain visibility and generate leads using social media. We also customize photos, infographic content, and anything that will help to speak to your target audience. If you need to chat with me about anything, feel free to do so. I'll drop my link in the chat once I'm done with the presentation. And that's me. So there's something I'd like to share with you, and I'm very much excited about it, and that is Hot Topic Speakers. Hot Topic Speakers is the very first virtual event I'll be holding in December the 6th, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. So I would like to invite you to attend. You'll benefit from it greatly. You'll get a chance to introduce yourself. You get a fancy virtual background so you look professional, and you get emails in the chat so you can follow up and connect with people. And you get complimentary tickets as well to the next event. And there's a question and answer session, and you get free gifts from all the wonderful speakers who will be speaking at the event. So that's Hot Topic Speakers. The details will be left in the chat. And I'm going to move on to something else. I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you have a Facebook or Instagram account? If you do have a Facebook or Instagram account, just put yes in the chat. And I just want to know, how many of you have gone in and then you've said, oh, I'm going to focus on, posting my content and leaving the platform, only to find out that you've seen a cat video that's distracted you. Well, if you've been in that situation where you've been distracted, well, the answer is Meta Business Suite. So I'm going to be talking about Meta Business Suite shortly. You might be wondering, so what is Meta Business Suite? Meta Business Suite is a platform which is designed by Meta to manage your Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger accounts all in one place. So you get to schedule and you get to respond to messages and analyze your performance using that platform. And that makes life easier for you to focus as a business owner. I'm going to now go through a demonstration. No, I'm not going to go through a demonstration. I'm going to tell you the benefits of using Meta Business Suite. And you might be going through this challenge. When it comes to posting content online, you might be thinking to yourself, well, how do I stay consistent? How do I engage people? And how do I make sure the content is quality? These are all important things to ensure that you reach your target audience. So you have to post regularly. You have to respond to your audience, build that interaction so you can build the trust between you, and then you can do business together. And the content quality has to be relevant to the audience that you're speaking to. So it's high quality, but it has to be tailored to the audience. So the 3 benefits of using Meta Business Suite is what I'll be talking about next. So it's user-friendly. It's easy to use. You don't have to have a marketing degree, and you've got Facebook Blueprint. So that will teach you if you ever get stuck on how to use the platform. It saves time, and there's no need to switch between apps. And that's a bonus when you can, go into the social platform, get what you need to get done, and get on with your day as a business owner. And you've got invaluable insights into your audience's preferences. So you know what's working and what's not when it comes to posting content online, because you get that immediate feedback you see behind, the analytics. And now what I'm going to do is demonstrate to you how to post content using Meta Business Suite. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. So to get to Meta Business Suite, what you need to do is go to business.facebook.com and then sign up to get into your Meta Business Suite page. So this is the home page, as you can see. And where you'll need to go to create your post is either to use that blue rectangular shape that you see at the top there, or press on the planner on the left-hand side of your navigation pane. For this purposes, I'm going to use the planner. So I'll click into the planner and a calendar will pop up. Basically, it will show you, posts that you've posted in the past. But what you can do is do it in 2 ways. Create the post from the top using the blue rectangular shape, or just click in schedule. This time I'm just going to click in create posts. Once you create the post, you'll see sections will pop up. It says post to, and this section actually gives you the option of how to post and what platform you wish to post in. So you can even connect your Facebook group to the post to section, and then you'd be able to create your posts. Next, I'm going to go into the white box section where I'll put my captions in. So I will put entrepreneurs living the dream. I am excited. Exclamation mark with a bit of emoji going on. Let's make it fun and exciting. I like purple. Okay, and then there's a neat trick. If you want to save yourself time, if you look to the bottom right-hand side, you'll see the hashtag sign. If you click into that hashtag sign, you have 3 options. You have popular, recent, and saved. So you can search for the hashtag that you want to use in your post. Let's say networking is what we want to use. And then you just click on it, and then you'll see to your right-hand side, there's a ribbon there. If you press on that ribbon, it will save it for next time. So you don't have to go into, your post and then, search for the hashtag again the next time you come to do a post. Okay, now that we're done, we need to add media to it. So you can add a photo, add a video, or use a template. Because I'm going to make this quick, I will add a photo and upload it from the desktop. I'm going to pick Dr. Patricia's photo to post. If you look to your right-hand side, you'll see the preview. mode. So you can view it through desktop or through your mobile. And if you're happy with the posts, you either click publish or you click schedule, depending on what you want to do. So let's say we want to schedule this post. You just set the date and time in the scheduling options page, and then I'll just leave it at the time it is, and then click schedule. Once you've scheduled it, you're good to go, and you've posted in Meta Business Suite, and you've posted to several platforms. So I've posted on Facebook and on Instagram. I can also choose to post in my Facebook group, but I just want to show you one quick thing before I finish off, which is insights. It's very important to go into insights because it tells you how your content is doing, how you're faring, and then also there's an option to benchmark. So you look at what your competitors are doing, for example, to see how you're faring, and then that will inform your strategy in terms of how you produce content. So you can go into your content as well and see the highest performing posts using different metrics. I won't go into details because I think I probably have gone over my time. So thank you so much. This is Meta Business Suite. There's so much more to learn. You can advertise with it. You can do so much more, but there isn't enough time to tell you all about it. So thank you so much. It's Jasmine from Jew Digital.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Jasmine. Good job. And she's right. We don't have time to go into all of that. Jasmine will be back in our workshop on January the 24th, and she will dig deep into Meta Business Suite. And again, like I said, when we're hosting these workshops, we have to give y'all knowledge because the speakers that are speaking, we speak, but you don't get it all. So we're going to be hosting more workshops next year. So please come to the workshops because we're going to be doing a lot of things, basics that I've already discussed here. Gmail, how to do all these different things, how to use StreamYard, all these different things, Eventbrite. It's a lot of information. And what we want to do is educate you and give you this information for only the cost of a ticket. It don't get no better than that. So I put the link in the chat. That barcode on her picture she used is not valid, but I put the link in the chat. And I'm going to say this, her tickets are only $10, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get the $10 ticket and support her in her efforts on hosting her very first virtual event. And as you can see on the picture that I posted, these speakers have already saw the value in it and they have already secured their spot. So that event is rocking and rolling and we are ready to go. So it's just a matter of time. So we're just selling tickets now. And with that, I want to say thank you so much, Jasmine. That was an awesome, awesome presentation. And she's just so smooth with it. You know, I get all excited and loud and rowdy, but that's why everybody's different. Everybody different, you know, but she's so smooth with it and she just takes her time and give it to you just like it is. And if you all want to reach out to her, of course, do so. And I think Jazz, if she told this testimony many times before, I met Jazz. I don't know where I met her at. It must have been social media or something, but I know I invited her to an event with WPN. She showed up. She said yes to the call. She showed up. And that's been probably last year sometime. And when she came to my event, I invited her over there. She came there, and then I invited her to my event. She came to my event, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she got her first client at our event. So, ladies and gentlemen, networking is the key to your success. Networking, because people are in place waiting to be served. And she's definitely doing a wonderful job at this point. Now, guess what, y'all? We got one more speaker. Woo! Come on, everybody do this. Everybody do this. One more speaker. One more speaker. One more speaker. And we got one more speaker. And after that speaker go, she got 7 hot minutes too. And when she go, I got a little surprise for y'all what we gonna close on. Okay, it's gonna be fun for everybody. Now let me introduce you all to our final speaker for the evening. They always say you say the best for last. And I haven't heard her speak either. I'm excited, but I love her accent. Whoop, whoop. Watch how she pronounces her words and all of that. She's just so classy with it, you know. So at any rate, we're going to introduce to you none other than Andrea Harriet. And her topic is the power of body confidence. Come on, bring it 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 on. You're up.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Pat, other panelists and attendees. Whether you work on it or not, whether you believe it or not, your body image, and your body confidence is your greatest asset. She walked confidently and well coordinated and slid in the seat designated for her at the long end of the conference table. She greeted everybody with a look in the eye, and she was ready for any question that they may pose to test her competence and suitability to lead 15 seasoned marketing executives scattered across 4 Caribbean islands. In her first month on the job, she got comments like, "Wow, girl, you really worked more than your month's salary in that meeting alone." Or her team leader would rush into her office, quite excited, say, "Oh my gosh, we are so honored to have your competence and your presence here to support us." You would not believe that this was the same lady who totally blew her opportunities to be on a long-term international contract just 20 years ago, because she preferred to sit in the back of the audience, not stand when she was called on. Little did they know that she wouldn't stand because arthritis made her back stiff and made it difficult for her to stand up and sit down. But that was about to change. She worked assiduously to get her health back. At 5 feet 10 inches tall and 200 pounds, at first she preferred to be invisible. Invisible. But when you've lost confidence in your body, you tend to lose confidence in yourself. Confidence for her was not just about looking good. It was a feeling that you belonged. It was feeling that you deserved to take up space. It was feeling that you deserved to be under the spotlight. Blowing her chances was not new to this woman. Before she was 40, she had already blew her chances to get into the executive suite and fired herself from 2 high-paying jobs. When she was first offered to go up in the ranks, she said, "No, I'd rather stay on the ground where real science happened." But that was a lie. You see, she lacked confidence. And that lack of confidence and self-esteem manifested as early as 11 years old. As an 11-year-old kid, she wore fitted undergarment. She walked slowly. She sweat profusely. And there was always this voice in her head that say, "Don't stand out. Keep your place. Don't say anything. Don't risk anything. Just keep quiet and nobody will look at your fat butt." At 25, she turned down the first opportunity to be a regional general manager in a marketing and distribution company. After much prodding, she took a job. She had so much credentials, but all those credentials was not enough to nurture her lack of authentic self-confidence. And she either came off as too passive or overly aggressive. This woman was coded for leadership, but subconsciously, her body weight held her back. And do you know that excess body weight impacts self-esteem and the capacity to step into purpose? But the turning point came a couple of years later, and in a strange way. One night in a 5-star hotel in Jamaica, power went off, as it does in developing countries. And she was stranded 1 floor away from the conference room that she was supposed to speak at. And she could not descend the stairs. The pain in her knee made her unable to descend the stairs, greet the participants, and deliver the lecture that she was prepaid for. It was this moment of sheer humiliation, embarrassment, and helplessness that triggered a long odyssey into studying nutrition, exercise, and mindset. She tried many things, and eventually she lost 40 pounds, recovered her health, and was back on her way to recovering her self-confidence. Do you know that in the process, she discovered that weight was not just a physical issue, that excess body fat had a story, and that story had to be found and exorcised before persons can lose weight and keep it off. She came face to face with how health can impact success, and that when you take control of your health, you can reframe fat and step into purpose. Well, by now you recognize that that 62-year-old woman who sat in that interview, who got the job and who earned the opportunity to lead 15 senior marketing executives was me.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Go ahead. We got time.
Okay, a short time. All right.
We got time.
During the assignment in those Caribbean islands, her reports would say to her, stop wearing coordinated suits and coordinated shoes and handbag. Only old people do those things. You're showing your age. Well, working on my fat psyche and body challenges for the last 27 years, I know that changes in your body can help you with your authentic self-confidence. Your body is a powerful, tangible representation of your brand, the brand called you. Your body is a pathway to health and visibility you need to break through your career and make your business thrive. And if you have a need to align your body with your brand, your outer self, with who you think you are on the inside, then I would invite you to have a breakthrough conversation with me. I also have a gift for you. It's called the Habit Success Change Secret. And it's a tool I prepared to show anybody how to change any habit in 6 weeks. I can drop the link in the chat for you. I'm Andrea Blackwood Harriott. I'm a lasting wellness coach and a healthy lifestyle strategist. And I thank you for having me.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, you didn't go over too much. That was good. That was good. Did y'all enjoy that? I love it. I just love watching her talk anyway. And then when she was telling that story, that made it even more impactful. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. Okay. You know, yeah, that was really good. I love the energy you put in it and everything, you know, yeah. So I'm just so glad that was great. That was great. And thank you so much for being patient with us. And ladies and gentlemen, we were supposed to go into breakout rooms, but enough is enough. What we're going to do with this last few minutes that we have, I want everybody to go to the chat. We're going to go to that chat. I want you to start at the top. And I want you to start connecting with each other, whether it's a LinkedIn link. I've already probably done about 10 or 15 people. And I send messages, so most of you will get a message from me. I'm not done yet, but when I finish it later, you get a message. I always comment when I connect with people. It allows us to comment once they accept the hobby goes. But at any rate, yeah, let's go through that chat. People have YouTube links in there. Just subscribe. You don't have to listen to everything at this time. Just subscribe and let's try to raise some of these numbers and networks. And for those of you who have fake profile for LinkedIn profiles and you're not really using them, now's the time. Now's the time. And when we send you all, I'm going to gift you all today. I'm going to gift you all when I send out the replay. I am going to gift everybody. Normally, our speakers pay for their speaking spots. They make that investment because it's an investment in your business when you speak. Because we not only sit you in front of all of these people, you don't even have to work for. And that's the bonus. That's the bonus. And then the second bonus is you get an email list. So my speakers normally get a copy of the email list so they don't have to rummage through that chat. And I download that list, and all they have to do is import it if they know how to import it. And if they don't, well, those emails just sit there and they don't do anything for them. But I don't normally give them to the speakers because speakers know that they need those email lists because all speakers are promoting a product or service. What I'm going to do for everyone on here today that showed up, as well as those who paid for tickets and didn't come, I am going to send you the same list that I will send my speakers. That means I'm going to use my chat, Bridge Connect, and I'm going to download all those emails. They're going to be sorted, and I'm going to forward them to you along with the replay, as well as the chat that has all the links in it so that it's readable. How many would like that? How many know that there is value in emails? So I'm going to do that because this event, I'm not going to allow anybody to rummage through that chat to gather those emails, except for Ann, because she got to put y'all on the tickets, add y'all as attendees on that January event. Other than that, y'all have to rummage through those chat. So anytime you all join events, we give you tickets. Just keep your eyes on your emails because we do value ourselves in keeping our word. With that, I think that was my bonus. And again, Jazz event is in there. So we want you to just go ahead and y'all have fun, start going through that chat. Let's take advantage of this platform because people need people. And like I said, I'm not saying you got to talk to people every day, but build those numbers. You know, so I'm going to run over here. I'm going to skedaddle on over here to while everybody's connecting here. LinkedIn, YouTube, all my chats are there. All my links are there. Everybody's links are in the chat. If they're not there, y'all grab them, put them in there. Take advantage of this opportunity. When you get a flood of people like this together, and that raises your number right there. We still got 31 people on the platform. You know, so we had, what, about 40 something, 50? So now we down at 31, but that's 31 more than you would have had. Okay, so take advantage of this opportunity by all means. And I'm going to run over here to LinkedIn. And just to give y'all a few tips on LinkedIn, I have it here. And I'm going to share my screen. And Jazz talked a little bit about scheduling those posts. And that's one of the very, very good ways for you to be present and not be present. But when you schedule your posts, you should always go back and engage. And I do that. I schedule all the way out to my event like 3-4 weeks out. But during the day, I go periodically, I go back and I see who's talking to me because I want to engage with them because some of those people may be saying something that I need to hear, I'll respond to. And then if I got them waiting and I don't answer, now I may have lost a ticket sale perhaps, or a client. And so this is why it's very important. And I want to thank Yolanda for coming. Yep, I met her on LinkedIn. She shared my content. And of course, from there, it is what it is. I had to thank her, you know, and then she did come today, you know, and there's some more people. So I'm just grateful. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
This was when I was posting Mark. I did Mark and I added Mark. I want you to show you all something. Mark, his thing is saying pending. He dropped his information in the chat. I connected with him. It's saying pending. That means he has to go back and he has to connect and accept my thing. And I'm gonna show you something when I say accept. One thing I always do when I'm on LinkedIn, I always check my icons up here. If they have numbers on them, that means somebody talking to me or they sending something, or I'm added to that list. This case, this guy says he follows you and has invited me to connect. And then I read his message here. He said, well, he went away. Right here, his message says, I specialize in health. So he's telling me what he do. Okay, and that's great, and leads and whatnot. And then I have a choice to accept that, or I am going to ignore it. I'm an entrepreneur and I want to connect with other entrepreneurs. And also because I have a prop that she's texting me now. Thanks a lot, Dr. Rogers. We were so beautiful. Okay. And so this is what happened. This engagement that she was at the event. And then I have a choice to accept or not accept. I'm going to accept him because he's an entrepreneur. He's telling me what he has to offer. So guess what that means? Y'all know what door he just opened? I want somebody to come off and tell me, if y'all know me that well, tell me what door he just opened. When he told me what he do, and he just met me, what door did he open for me?
For you to tell him what
you tell him what you want.
Come off mute. Take a stab at it.
For him to tell you,
You're on
for
mute,
you to tell
Jean.
him what you do.
Jean,
Me?
you on mute.
I'm on mute.
Is she on mute? Oh, she
No,
on
we
mute.
can hear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, for you, it gives you the opportunity to tell him what you do now.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. My earpiece fell out of my ear. I thought I couldn't hear you. Okay, absolutely. That's exactly what he does. So I'm good, except because he don't know I'm having another event. We are going to have another one, not just today, but in December coming. So they don't know what you got coming. So guess what? I call this reversing the sale. He says, I specialize in help. That's the same message he gave me. And I'm okay with that. That's a good deal. I can take that. That's a good deal. And then what I'm going to do for him is I'm going to show y'all something. Show y'all what I do. See, a lot of people don't want to go and leave me in time because they sell you. Well, if they're entrepreneurs, they're supposed to sell you. But if you got a product, you reverse that sale. So I'm going to tell him, thank you for connecting. And I normally call people by their name. You don't have to, but I do. I host virtual events and would love to have you, watch this, you speak and share your amazing content, services with over 50 attendees. And then you know what I tell him after that? Here's the link right here. There's the link to the event right there. There's the link to the event. He can get that ticket. And right here, I'm also going to tell him, if before I put the link, I'm going to tell him, if you desire to be a speaker at our January, because that one's already set, event, virtual event, schedule with me at and then I got that event right there. And if you click the link, you're gonna know it's an invite. And then I'm gonna do that little song and dance. Same thing we was talking about, a little emoji. I'm happy to tell him what I do. I'm happy. And I can speculate what he's gonna do, but I don't know what he's gonna do. So guess what? You miss a door of opportunity when you don't take advantage to respond to some of these people and tell them what you're doing. They already opened the door for you. Does that make sense? Put a one in the chat. Does that make sense? We can't be afraid to talk to people. We can't be afraid to ask for the sale. He has a choice. He can come or he don't have to come. It's either or. He can speak or he don't have to speak. But I got to keep it moving, so I go to the next person. And then here we got Ryan. He's promoting his services as well, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. So now just let me show you something right here real quick. When I do most cases when I'm up there, I already know most of these people talking to me. It's on a sheet of paper, but I cut and paste my script. That's another way you can save time. I cut and paste my script on a piece of paper. Or either I cut and paste the one before. So I'm going to see what he got to say. He's only asking to connect. That's a great deal. I'll connect with him. He says, I love to see how we can add value to each other. Well, you want to know how to add value to me, I'll show you that too. I'm good. And once I accept, I never overlook this message. I send them a message first. Somebody has to carry the message first. And I go here and thank you for connecting. I changed his name to Ryan, R-Y-A-N. change his name to Wine. Tell him what, because he want to know how we can collaborate. So I'm giving it to him. I got speaking opportunities. You can schedule with me if you want to speak. And here's a way you can come to this event and connect with over 50 people. How about that? And I sent it to him. I'm good, boo. I'm good. I don't let him run me off my platform. This is my house. Here come Ann. Ann says, okay, Latasha. I thought Latasha bought a ticket to come to this event. Anyway, I'm going to accept Latasha. Same thing with Latasha. All of them. Same. You flip your script and you set yourself up to communicate with them. Now, what Latasha's sharing with me, stay with me, is a business page. And on a business page, all you can do is follow. And I'll follow her page. You know, she's a LN. I don't know LN, but I'll follow her page because I know she's an entrepreneur. And I have a page to follow too. And normally what I would do is go right here, but for the sake of time, and I'll say, thank you so much for connecting with me. And I tell her, I would love for you to follow my page as well. And I drop my link in there. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? You make it count for you. It's always what's in it for me. Well, what's in it for me? Well, if you take your time, like Jazz said, and be consistent, you're gonna get a lot out of it. This one right here, I want y'all to pay attention. This is Dagmar. I met her on a Mill Marketing Cruise back in last year. She says, unlock your money to store. She says, I am inviting you to attend. The date is October the 14th of that event. Y'all pay attention. Because everything that comes to you, your box is probably flooded, but you got to read this stuff. I tell them all the time, you got to read. I got to read. Damn well, I already know Dagmar is inviting me to the event. October the 24th, I'm going to be on a cruise. So guess what? I'm going to ignore that. I don't have to accept that because I'm not going to be here. So rather than check it and think because it's free, I'm going to say, well, no, I don't need to, I can't go. So with that, and then of course, I don't have to go into, now I want to show y'all one other thing. Home. When you're on home, Jazz told you about being consistent. All you have to do is go to your home right here. When you go to your home, it takes you straight to the feed. Same thing with Facebook. The feed, it does just what it says it does. It goes so many people posting in there all day, till it's feeding the people information. So what do I want to do? I want to feed them my information. I got some information to feed too. Whoop, whoop, there it is. So I'm going to go ahead right here. I already got Jazz link right here. I have her the link to the event right here. And I'm going to go ahead and take that. Well, thank you for, no, I can do that. I'm going to leave that right there. I host virtual events, 50 people. If you desire to be a speaker, they got my chat link there. I'm going to always put a bar behind it if you're not using HTTP because that makes it live, hyperlinks it. And then they got that, but instead of that, I don't want that right there showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that picture to that event and I'm going to put it in the feed because we're already ready to start marketing that event. How about that? You know, so and I'm going to show you how to schedule that post to go out. Stay with me. I'm almost done. Jazz, team, here we go. Team right there. Okay, there it is. There it is right there. Okay. Can y'all see my screen? Y'all with me?
Yes. Dr. Pat.
Okay, now. Yes.
January is spelled incorrectly, I think.
Where at?
January. If you desire to be a speaker at our January virtually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jan. Thank you, Jazz. I didn't catch that. Thank you, sweetie. Teamwork make the dream work. January. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And then since she just gave me a correction, I can always go back and edit that post because it's coming back to me anyway. Now what I'm going to show y'all how to schedule this post. Let's just say, yeah, I'm going to show you how to schedule this post. I put a lot of tags on my post, but they're on a sheet. I don't have them with me right now. So I closed that off. Anyway, virtual event, you could just, I put my tags on a sheet of paper and I just cut and paste online event. And what tags do, Jazz? Tell them what tags do.
Well, tags allow you to basically communicate with the people so that it can drive engagement on the platform.
Right. Same thing.
Are you talking about hashtags or are you talking about tags?
Yeah, hashtags. I call them
hashtags.
Tags.
Oh, okay. Hashtags is like a way to use it as a search engine thing, basically, so people can find you with what you specialize in.
Right. And then I'm going to tag Jasmine. I'm going to tag Tasama. They know when I tag them, I tag Margaret. This is how we get energy on our posts. People, there's Margaret, and I got a list of names I have tagged right here. Okay, that I can tag people's names. I'm showing you the trick. Okay, so what happens? Let's say cause sometimes I do about 20 people because they're gonna see my stuff. I'm sorry, somebody gonna see my stuff. Angie check her section. She probably got a ton of things she haven't even opened, Dr. Angela, because we tag all of these speakers so many times, and when they go up there to network, not network, but notifications, they're gonna see all this stuff that we tag them on later. So I'm gonna go ahead and tag Angela here. Spell her name wrong. There she go. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. So LaWanda got a lot of stuff she's looking at too, whenever she get through it, because everybody's not on social media at the same time. So just tag them. You ain't hurt nobody by tagging. All they can do is not answer, but I tag when I'm showing y'all a trick. Once I put a post like this, it goes to everyone. I can go to send it 3 different people, everyone, connections, and I can send it to groups. When I click groups, it's going to show me all the groups that I'm in. And there are certain groups here that I know I can post in and my stuff stick and stay. Okay. And then I have Jazz and them sometimes join these groups. They'll join me in the groups because when we know we in these groups, we can tag each other because we always want activity on our posts. So in this case, going back, I'm just going to leave it at everyone for the sake of everyone. And then you see this right here. That's a clock, ladies and gentlemen. That's a clock. Did everybody see that clock?
Mm-hmm.
Did everybody see that clock? It's a clock right here. Right there is a clock. Schedule for later. Schedule for later. So what I'm going to do before I tick that clock, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to copy it. And now I'm going to schedule it to go out. And before I schedule it, it's going to tell me right here, Pat, check and see if you got anything scheduled to go out already. I click save draft. And it's going to, except you out of the pocket. And that's because all my stuff is gone out. So now I know I can start over. Normally we're going into the 19th. Normally I'll go into 19th and I do 3 times a day for the most part. It's not mandatory. You can do what you want to do. I do 5, I'm going to do like 9 o'clock here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 9 a.m., 10:19 next. That's posted. I'm going to post that again. It's already there. Come on, thing ain't right. There it is. It's there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post. I'm going to click it to. Why is it doing this? I'm going to click a clock. I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to 19 and I'm going to do 3 o'clock. People charge y'all for this, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and click next. And I'm going to send this to, why is it doing that? Okay. I guess I want to do it again. Okay, whatever. Okay, and anyway,